Sometimes you need to get knocked down before you can really figure out what your fight is and how you need to fight it. Sometimes you need to feel the pain and sting of defeat to activate the real passion and purpose that God predestined inside of you. God says in Jeremiah, I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. Hear me well on this day. This day when you have reached the hilltop and you are deciding on next jobs, next steps, careers, further education. You would rather find purpose than a job or a career. Purpose crosses disciplines. Purpose is an essential element of you. It is the reason you are on the planet at this particular time in history. Your very existence is wrapped up in the things you are here to fulfill. Whatever you choose for a career path, remember the struggles along the way are only meant to shape you for your purpose. When God has something for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it. If it's meant for you, God will move someone that's holding you back away from a door and put someone there who will open it for you. I don't know what your future is, but if you're willing to take the harder way, the more complicated one, the one with more failures at first than successes, the one that has ultimately proven to have more meaning, more victory, more glory, then you will not regret it. Press on with pride and press on with purpose and appreciate what God has brought you through.
I want you to put it out, put some respect on it. Listen, when you say my name, put some respect on it. I ain't playing with y'all, put some respect on it. And I ain't gonna say it, and I ain't gonna say it no more. Listen, now I could've pulled up, put some respect on it. But that ain't gay, put some respect on it. I wanna look in your face, put some respect on it. I ain't gonna say, and I ain't gonna say it no more. Oh, are we finished? Put some respect on it. Or is we done? Oh, put some respect on it. Ah! Oh, three of y'all, put some respect on it. And I ain't gonna say it, and I ain't gonna say it no more. That nigga respect on my name. Respect on it. That's not the best.
There might be less football being played, but BetOnline has way more stuff to bet on this playoff season. From score totals, player performance props to where the next fired coach is going to land, BetOnline is the number one spot for all things NFL betting in 2022. Hey y'all, it's your boy Lloyd Spence, and with the new year comes a new updated desktop and mobile website to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Just use our promo code BELIEVE, B-L-E-A-V, to get started. And it's not just football. BetOnline's basketball, hockey, boxing, and UFC odds coverage is the best of the business. From sports right down to your favorite Vegas casino games, BetOnline is your number one online wagering destination. BetOnline, the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports and play your favorite game. BetOnline, where the game starts. And tell them the Noisemaker said.
Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Popcorn World. Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in a bag of a can. I can make it round the world with the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. The Popcorn World. What's that saying? Breaking down the road, I'm smiling now. Speaking for the people who must go around. Taking truth to power with a whisper and a shout. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Hey, yeah. Say it again, say we're talking noise. Yeah, talking noise. Really don't have time to fool around. Never noise keeps us under. When the truth divine, the sound that you hear is a sign of success. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, talking noise. Yeah, picking up all the time. We're talking noise. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Talking noise. Say it again. We're talking noise. Welcome to Talkin Noise, the daily podcast that brings you up to speed and keeps you informed about real issues affecting real people. With your host, Mr. Talkin Noise himself, Lloyd Spence. His beautiful wife, Mrs. Noise, Kenyatta Spence. The ever-informed Brother Noise, Alan Brown. And yours cordially, Uncle Noise, Shake Anderson. Come on in and join us as we reveal and opine today's most pressing issues. Real truth while having real fun. Talkin Noise is in your house right now. So sit back and enjoy Talkin Noise. We're talking
dryer on, man.
Didn't nobody even hear that?
I heard it. I heard it. Right when now the good thing is it went off right when the show started, so that's fine. Mm-hmm. But you didn't plan it that way.
Oh, I planned it that way.
You didn't plan nothing.
Oh,
nothing.
I planned it. I planned it because I didn't put it on the full drying cycle. I put it right where it would.
When we move, my office is going to be so far away from the kitchen and the dryers and the whatevers and the what's and the wits.
Lies.
It's not. No, it's not a lie.
You like being able to have access to the kitchen.
No comment.
I will put my own refrigerator in my office, and I won't care what you ninjas get.
Lies.
So there. You know lies. You know what, Al? Don't judge my life. What's going on, people? Talking noise in the building, Mama Noise, Al B. I guess cuz is on his way back from Mississippi. I guess. I don't know.
Al B at 10 below.
It's cold in the mug up there, ain't it?
It's cold. It ain't 10 below, but it's cold.
Well, Al, I ain't gonna front this today. It ain't cold here.
That's
It's not.
Although I did just receive an email from the school saying, "Hey, man, on Wednesday we expecting inclement weather."
Oh yeah, on Wednesday we might even be going.
So they're like, "Look, okay, let's go ahead and cancel all after school activities." I was like, "What?" And then
we're expecting the same thing Friday, so I already knew what y'all was getting Wednesday.
But here's what makes all this ridiculous. It's 60 today. It's 60.
Which is what we're expecting Wednesday. High 50s to low 60s is what we're expecting.
No, global warming is not real at all.
That is hilarious. Are you reading the chat?
I'm not.
You should.
Hold on. Live from YouTube because I can't stay out of Facebook. What did you do now?
Come on. Let's think about
it. Maybe it's your affiliation with the noisemakers. Because maybe
that's not it. That's not it.
We getting you arrested, bro. Sorry, man.
That's not it, because he be doing the most. So
you know what, Facebook? Leave our noisemakers alone.
That is correct.
Doggone it. They ain't doing nothing to y'all.
Free DB. Free DB. Free DB.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all got people with their whole ass out, and y'all want to put that man in Facebook jail.
They do, actually.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Literally, if you tune in to Uncorked Wine, we showed a man with his whole ass out. That was a Facebook video.
His pants fell down. It wasn't like we was trying to show him.
Matter.
He said
during Uncorked. Wow, never mind.
It was because
that might be because of us. I don't know.
It was because of his comments.
But they wasn't bad comments. It wasn't no worse than anybody else.
This is true as well.
There's some haters over there, man. You know what? Ooh, these rascally rabbits.
I can't.
Al, what else going on, man? You feeling good? How's your weekend?
Not long enough, as usual.
I know, right? It was good to see Ron doing better. For those who didn't tune in to Uncorked Wine and you didn't know, Mr. Uncorked Wine himself, Mr. VNR Supper Club, a.k.a. the Ghetto Chef, announced that he and his family are battling a bout of that Omarion.
Coco 19.
And Coco 19. They got it. They had it, or they got it, and they're getting rid of it. So our thoughts and prayers with him. But he's doing all right. He's doing better. He's doing pretty good.
Came on sounding all like Barry
Came
White.
on Saturday night talking about some you'll never find nobody like this.
I said,
with that Coco 19.
Even though the females was flying in the chat.
You're going to sit all over my song, huh? You're going to sit all over it, huh?
Yeah.
I had a real good thing going over here, Mama Noise.
You did? Oh.
Ooh. Mama Noise, tell you do right by me?
Nope.
Ooh.
Nope.
Seal it.
Because when you do it to me, you do it to yourself.
Seal it.
That ain't how that works.
That's how it works when you're married.
You saw the movie. That ain't how that works.
They wasn't married.
Seal it. Yeah,
they was married.
That's
what were you watching?
That's not what I call marriage to me.
She was watching the.
That was a child bride. Married by force.
I didn't say it was a legal marriage. I just said they was married. You know.
Wow.
It was legal. He had her parents' consent.
That's disturbing.
So, anyway,
With his old ass.
dang,
Damn.
man, Mama Noise coming out the gate hot.
Come on, you know that man was too old to be with Lil Seeley was too young for his old.
If I wish Suge Avery was 5 minutes later to the porch was a person, it would be Mama Noise.
I know, right?
No, it would not.
You wish she would have showed up 5 minutes later, so he'd have gone and took that switchblade to the throat.
No, I wanted him to go ahead and drink that lemonade.
Dang, Mama Noise, why you coming in hot today? You coming in super hot? Like
That was a heartless man.
he was, but I mean, you know.
You gonna bring your woman up in the house and talk about fix her a plate?
You coming in hot today. I ain't
Fix her a plate, sir. You better be glad you didn't get no rat poison.
Well, listen, y'all know what today is. Today is, of course, in case you missed it, Monday. And yeah, we're gonna talk about Janet. And yeah, we're gonna talk about Nick Cannon. And yeah, we're gonna talk about the unfortunate situation with the Miss America or Miss USA. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot of wonderful things to talk about today. But we gonna come in hot with the show as well. I can think of no other place to start than right here off Twitter with this.
Beat her guts out. God, he beat her guts out. Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah.
For those who may or may not know what you have just witnessed, that is Birmingham City Schools teacher.
Former teacher after this.
Well, listen, former maybe, okay?
I'm just saying.
She is a high school female teacher.
Oh.
Who was on a council meeting and forgot that the camera was open, and maybe some of her students might have been there. Okay, maybe the students might have witnessed it, and the video, which could be interpreted as a teacher involved in intimate act while on Zoom, has gone viral. And in the video, which has since been trending online, the woman who is described as simply a BCS employee is in her Zoom profile, lying face down on the bed. Birmingham City school kids out and virtual. Teachers ain't teaching. These BMT teachers are not like they used to be. They're getting their bikes tapped out while kids are on the Zoom. No more. Just throw the whole school system away. Somebody put that in the caption. First of all, okay. All right. I mean, okay. We say there, so that's how we resigning from jobs.
I'm just.
I mean, it definitely sends a clear message about what you talking about this job.
It's original.
She literally said, "F this job."
I'm just. Wow.
See what I did there? See? Okay. All right, I'll be here all week.
Yeah. For once, we did finally see how you did that.
You saw it, Al. Thank you, brother.
Normally we miss it, but we didn't see it that time.
We've been waiting, so now
I appreciate you guys so much for staying with me on this one. I just thought that was a funny way to start. Wow, Alabama's different. You know, I mean, their school system is different. You're right. That does take self-care to a whole nother level.
Lies. Self-care.
She wants to take care of herself. She's like, I have
no self-care.
She wasn't taking care of herself. She was being
exactly. Thank you,
Listen,
Al.
I disagree. That look on her face said, I am thoroughly satisfied.
No, that says you was being taken care of. That don't sound like you was self-care.
But it was self-care because she asked for that. She just thought the camera was closed.
Nope.
She got caught up.
I don't think she thought the camera was closed.
You thought she was telling them she was giving
She's
them
like,
the middle finger?
fire me. Leaning forward, leaning back.
She was giving him the middle finger while he was giving her the middle finger. See what
Nope.
Y'all put that together?
You're gonna mandate a meeting on my time? I'll show you.
Right.
Oh.
Right. That's the problem. Y'all call me.
DB said he don't know what happened. He wants us to explain.
Let me back it up one more time, Daniel Bell. The young lady video we just showed. Now it's not a graphic video, but you can definitely tell what's going on. She is getting pounded from the back while on Zoom meeting with her students.
With the students, I thought the district.
Well, students were there too. I mean, it was a combination of things going on.
Oh my gosh. Either way.
At least she had it muted, though. At least she had it muted.
Oh, well.
It could have been worse.
How much worse could it?
It could have been worse. Like if she'd have been moaning and stuff in the meeting, that would have took it to a whole nother level.
Hold on. Maybe it couldn't have been worse because she wasn't making any kind of facial expression.
Fact, she was kind of laying there like, dead.
I'd be glad when he gone.
Hurry up. That's what that was. Hurry up.
Maybe that was her side hustle because teaching ain't paying enough.
Her side hustle. Wow.
Now I don't know if this is a real thing. I think somebody just kind of clowned her. But somebody said, y'all need to chill. This is my wife. She has a back condition, was getting adjusted.
Lies.
That's her chiropractor. She didn't want to miss out on the Zoom and was going the extra mile for the kids.
Oh, no.
She got spunked, pizzazz, the dedication to her. Listen, she's a multitasker. That's what I saw in the video.
No, what I saw in the video is her man looking in the screen like.
I was going to say, why her chiropractor ain't got no shirt on?
Facts. He was leaning into the screen like, let me get my profile pic. It's my good side.
Blow up like Jay.
That is hilarious.
Ray J and Kim, we about to blow up.
Let me just say this too. I hate the internet. Here's one of the comments that they said. This is my coworker. I'm a teacher at the same school. This was not a virtual school. It was a council meeting. She's a good woman, a good teacher. And for people to post this with a misleading caption is heartbreaking. I spent plenty of nights with her. Trust me, that wasn't her arch. Wasn't is in all caps.
And pray to
I can't stand the internet.
Internet is.
I can't stand the internet.
Undefeated.
Undefeated.
I spent plenty nights.
Somebody said maybe she was asleep and Buddy was waking her up with the wood so she wouldn't miss the meeting.
See that nonsense there?
Wake up! Wake up! You about to miss
wake up,
Susie. Wake up! You need to wake up.
That is disturbing.
I don't know. I listen. She was at least she was at the meeting. She didn't miss it. She didn't miss it. So what was the real crime?
Okay. The real crime is most people do all kind of stuff behind their screen. See, look at Al. See, you don't even know what's going on behind. You don't know what's going on behind the screen.
Shit.
And you get a staff
turn my camera on.
I was gonna say, she trying to throw you under the bus, bro.
First of all, my back would not be arched at all. I'm just putting that out there.
Put that out there, Al. Don't let them change the narrative on you. Was she teaching sex? Maybe that's what it was. She was teaching sex ed. She said,
"Nope."
Give y'all this visual.
That is not the way you teach it. She's sitting there looking like she was asleep.
Well, I'm gonna just say this: if I was taught that way, it'd been a hell of an education.
Oh, I know what it was. It was the lesson that Ron Nolan would teach when he talk about the tap on the shoulder, but sleep or not.
Why are you throwing all of our people under the bus this morning?
He has said it on the show.
But he didn't throw himself under the bus in context with this video like you doing.
He said if you sleep, it's still going down basement.
You wake up if you want to.
That's what.
I'm not putting any names on those statements.
I'm not putting names on it. You ain't got to put names on it though. Boy, you're driving around Mama Noise. She is. Reckless.
She must have got all 6 of her hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Tell your mama leave us alone.
Yeah, thank you, Zaria, for
You've been reprimanded by the baby.
yeah.
That's okay. I'm gonna tell Jay. That's all you gotta do to get Al back on the screen and say, well, I don't know what Al's doing.
Just wrong.
I was like, wait a minute.
And the eye closed was because she was enjoying it, I think. I don't want to throw old boy under the bus either. Like he ain't got skills.
He didn't look like he was anyway.
She looked satisfied. It's not a look of disappointment.
It was a little bit of boredom.
I don't think so. I think, I disagree. I think she looks satisfied. I think she looks content.
I think she was looking like this will help this meeting get over faster.
That too. She's like, listen, it's a long ass meeting. I might, let's see if we can fill this time up.
It's a long meeting. Wow.
Damn, if I have to hear about
Man,
the budget one more time.
Nobody want to hear from her again. We know about getting the lesson plans in on time. Stop talking about that.
Now, remember,
pass the time away. Oh, okay.
No, she don't look. She look like she sleep. I'm just saying.
She was, and then I don't know.
And then
it all went horribly awry.
I mean, remember this type of video is what. This type of clip is what happened when I don't know what was it. Somebody was supposed to be doing their show and they stood up or something and they was in their boxes or something like that.
That was the Wahite man who was in his boxes.
And now Maxwell House made it into a commercial of a Wahite man trying to have a business meeting, and the screen pulls all the way back and shows him in his boxers, and he's still trying to hold the coffee cup in front of the screen, trying to keep the people from seeing that he ain't got no pants off.
Anyway, let's move on, Mama. No, you bring a lot of hate energy this morning. I don't like it. It's funny. I mean, it's funny, but I don't like it. What was I going to say? Oh, shout out to Ric Flair, who's just announced his fifth divorce.
You know what? Come on, sir.
Limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun. Woo!
Ain't he like 100 years old? How old is he?
He is not 100 years old, okay?
How old is he?
Dude, he is like 91.
Every bit of 98, Mama.
He had a day over. She's 69 and he is 91, I think. I don't know how old
And he divorcing.
For the fifth time.
Cause he run down here still trying to act like he.
Ric Flair is
72. I don't believe that.
Yeah, 70.
If he's 72, then
Nope, you missed it.
I can't say it because I know we'll get flagged. I know the line.
Okay. Yeah,
you know what you go. Only two people on Wikipedia I've ever seen the word "more" under their spouses.
More?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Elizabeth Taylor. There's so many that they have to put the M-R-E in blue letters.
Wow.
They click and get a drop box.
Right. There's too many.
Ric Flair being the other.
Rick out here, man. He out here in these streets. Still.
Trying to keep on keeping on.
Ric Flair's biggest problem is that he don't know how to not be Ric Flair. Like Ric Flair is just a wrestling character. That's all it is. It's not anything.
He has whole tendencies. That's
what I'm trying to tell you. He don't know how to not to be Ric Flair. He wants to be Ric Flair all the time. And I'm like, bro, that ain't even your real name. Can we get to the real name? I mean, what are we talking about right now? So anyway, Ric Flair,
he can't stop.
He can't stop. He's Diddy. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Oh my gosh.
Can't stop. Won't stop. Want to give a shout out? Can we give a shout out real quick this morning? Shout out to ASAP Rocky and his boo Rihanna.
Does she look pregnant to you?
She don't look pregnant. She is pregnant. They are expecting their first child.
This whole segment has something to do with that pregnancy.
That's hilarious. Yeah, they went to New York over the weekend, filmed some baby bump pictures for the gram. They've been friends for years. They started dating during the pandemic, and they've been together ever since. And now he done knocked her up.
Wow.
Derek, you're right. You're right what you said. I mean, maybe he don't want to be Richard. He wants to be Ric Flair. That's what he want to do. But yeah, Rihanna, shout out to her, and ASAP Rocky are expecting their first child. Ain't nothing like children out of wedlock.
Wow.
It
Hey,
was right there. The joke was right there. I had no choice.
stop it. Ain't nothing like kids out of boy.
The joke was right there. I had no choice.
You need to stop having. You need to make a choice.
I did make a choice.
Stop doing it.
I went for the funny. The funny always wins.
Not always.
Always, man. Always. She looks beautiful though. And she looks happy. Now I don't know why they in cold ass New York doing baby pictures.
I don't know why that belly out like that in New York.
That's what I'm saying. She look crazy. I mean, that part looks crazy, but
She definitely wants the media.
As the old folks said, baby gonna get pneumonia.
Oh no, the old they say gonna catch his death of pneumonia.
Yeah, that baby.
That baby gonna catch his death of pneumonia. Like,
I mean,
I don't know if that's the thing.
You like, Granny, the baby's in a comfortable 98.6 in there.
All right. Wonder what she'll name the baby. That's a good question. Rufus, maybe?
Rocky and Rihanna.
Rufus sounds right to me.
ASAP Pebble?
ASAP Pebble.
Pebbles?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. You stumped me with that question, Zari.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Rufus until further notice.
Rufus? You think it's
gonna bring back the two first names, Willie Earl, James Brown.
Willie Earl, yeah. She gonna go old school.
You know what? No, I take it back. She's probably gonna have a girl.
I think it was Jay and I were having conversations, or me and somebody was having conversations about Rihanna not too long ago. Like she didn't catch my eye initially. I wasn't smitten by her. I was like, ugh. But
you heard? Wow.
Yeah. I was like, man, she's kind of funny looking. But she
Oh.
grew on me. I think it might have been even Jeremiah or something.
Oh, okay.
Like, oh no, she's a beautiful woman.
I mean, I ain't gonna say she didn't. I didn't notice her beauty right off, but I think Rihanna is Mama Noise's spirit animal.
She's not an animal.
Where?
You quote Rihanna quite a bit, and you send me pictures of Rihanna all the time.
That is stuff from me. It doesn't mean that I'm sending you pictures.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's your spirit
I just
animal.
thought I should clarify because it sounded a little
inside,
bad.
I think you are Rihanna.
Oh, now she wants to clarify when it's her character called into question.
You right.
Me and Ron out there in the breeze, like, oh, well,
I mean, y'all like that type of
stuff. Ninja. You right. You right.
You like that type of stuff. You know.
No, he don't. Who likes to be called into question on their character?
What character? All I said was you got the camera. You got the camera.
He has no character. What character?
What?
Well, no, you too gangster today.
She reckless today. Bambi, what's poppin'?
You are.
You might as well go change your name, Bambi.
Listen, sometimes your character gets called into question. And speaking of that, I want to bring up an update on one of the stories we've been talking about all last week. That Tasha K lady had a response finally to Cardi B and the lawsuit and the $4 million she got to pay her.
It better be. I'm sorry.
Oh no. She's too arrogant for that. She doubled down.
But after being ordered to pay Cardi B upwards of $4 million, blogger Tasha K is saying that it was the machine and corporate interests. That was the reason why she lost. Here's what she had to say.
We called bluff against a machine that wanted to bully me for not wavering from my personal beliefs. A machine that has corporate interests to protect prostitution, drug use, promiscuity, and to glorify the violence that wreaks havoc on our society and in our neighborhoods. It's sold to our children as the it factor. Although the court hasn't instructed us to take the videos down, I've always said that I would comply with any court or jury. The videos have been taken down to show good faith to the courts. This machine has tried to have me arrested, threatened my life, and created a fake narrative about me.
I mean,
Okay.
Well, say some names then. Since you keep referencing this machine and corporate interests, say some names if you're that confident. I dare you.
Nuck if you buck.
Yeah.
Here's the part that don't make any sense about what she just said. You told these lies. Did anybody tell you to tell these lies? You told these lies. You came up with these stories. This ain't got nothing to do with no corporate interest. You came out and said the woman had herpes. She took a medical exam, found out, guess what? She ain't got herpes. You said she was a prostitute. Turns out she ain't a prostitute. You said all this stuff. What are you talking about?
Like somebody tried to put it all on you.
Lady, pay that woman her $4 million and get off the stage.
She said my personal beliefs.
Yo, what personal belief? That you're a liar?
She's trying. That's her way of trying to backtrack. In my opinion,
it
is my personal belief.
Right, I believe that she is. No, ma'am, she's not. And you don't get to call her that just because you think she is. That's not how this works. Now, if you had led in your your conversation back in the day in an editorial way to say that the things that she is doing is similar to, it has a prostitute-like vibe or whatever, okay, it would have been inflammatory, but it would stall you out. It's freedom of speech, whatever. But you said definitively that she had herpes. You said definitively that she was a prostitute. You, ma'am, are a liar. All of those things that you did.
Lies.
So no, you don't get to change the narrative now that you lost. The machine, like Al said, the machine is trying to take me down. They didn't have to work that hard.
They asked her, Cardi B's people asked her when she first started this rant to take those videos down of all that stuff she was saying. And she was like, I have a right to. Okay. Now she's talking about, I told them I would comply if the court tell me to. So you had to go all the way to court to be, in order to comply. You just,
Listen, ma'am, you wanted to smoke. They gave, first of all, shout out to Cardi B who had time.
Right.
Most celebrities don't even go there.
That's
most celebrities don't go as far as Cardi went.
That's right.
But Cardi said, oh, I got time today. What you're not going to do is defame my character in that manner.
Cardi B's the little white girl from Saturday Night Uncorked Wine.
Oh, yeah. She said, I got time right now. I ain't mad at Cardi for going after her. My goodness, lady, ma'am. You're going to say all that, get busted, get convicted, and then be like, well, the machine. They be trying to make prostitution and gangster rap, all this stuff. What? You putting out the Donald Trump script?
And promiscuity.
It makes me think of all the other people that were probably, that she has verbally just annihilated on her show that did not have the money to just go to court and go toe to toe with her because of the stuff she said that wasn't true.
Was it the mighty clouds of joy that sweep around your own front door?
Oh, that would be the Williams brothers.
The Williams brothers. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yes, that's quite all right.
But how dare you speak of promiscuity in the business when there's rumors, or there has been rumors about promiscuity in your relationship?
Oh my!
Supposedly, her husband was cheating on her.
Maybe that's why she did it, out of the bitterness of, misery loves company. She used the Wendy Williams playbook.
Dang.
How's that work out?
Speaking of, I haven't seen her since.
Oh, I think that situation is over. I think the Wendy Williams. Don't y'all think the Wendy Williams? I think that situation is over.
Although Sherry Shepherd, ain't that her name?
Yeah.
She's doing a marvelous job.
Is she?
Wasn't she rushed to the hospital?
Who?
Sherry Shepherd, and not too long ago.
I just saw, like, when were we off from school last? I saw an episode.
I don't watch none of that nonsense.
But the thing is that they've been having different people come on and host the show, like they spinning the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, they're trying to keep their jobs, but it's over. I mean, when the Williams part is over.
You like, come on. Was they really going to fill the position with just somebody that was going to be there regularly, not Wendy?
They might.
On the Wendy Williams show?
Yeah, they don't have no choice. They got to do something. They don't have no choice. Yes, the answer to your question is yes. They got to do something.
The brand.
They're going to be out of the job.
Bob Barker show was called The Price is Right. The price wasn't always right. So. The name don't have to fit.
No, you know what? You got a good point, Al, because what's her name? Ellen had, when she calls all that, or should I say she had all those challenges with her staff and stuff, and then all of a sudden they got 99 folks hosting her show, but she wasn't on there.
Was that Al's point or was that my point? You just not want to give me credit?
Okay, baby, you get credit.
No, I'm just saying. You just, I mean, what are you doing this morning?
I thought I apologize, Mr. Noiz. You get all the credit.
I'm just saying.
Reckless today, Bill.
Reckless, bro. I don't know what's going on. And I took care of her this weekend. I took care of her. I did. She was sick. She wasn't feeling good. I gave her good loving and medicines and rest. We came to the Zoom meeting with good energy.
Nope.
Okay, let's move on. Before we get into the stories of the weekend, I want to give a word from our brand new sponsor, sponsor, Masterworks. What I'm about to say might shock you all, but the greatest quarterback of all time is not just a GOAT on the field. He's a GOAT when it comes to investing too. He invests in stocks, crypto, and even art. So now you can invest like the GOAT with Masterworks. Masterworks is an investing platform that lets you buy shares representing an investment in art from icons like Picasso, Monet, and Warhol. And even great, art price outpaced the S&P 500 by 164% from 1992 and 2021. And in fact, early investors already received 30% IRR 2020 and 2021 from the sale of 2 paintings. This is your opportunity to join 300,000 other members and invest like the GOAT. So get priority access with their game day promo. So go to Masterworks. Let me get this right. Masterworks.art. That's ART/believe. Okay. Masterworks.art/believe. That's Masterworks.art/believe. See important disclosures at Masterworks./disclaimer. You can see the disclosures there, but this is the website you go to, Masterworks.art/believe, and you can go and see what's going on with Masterworks. So there you go. That's our new sponsor. Shout out to them. I don't know what y'all was thinking when y'all came over here, but good luck to you. I'm kidding. I can't because I love them.
Damn.
All right. What was I gonna say? Okay, so obviously the biggest story that was trending on all of social media over the weekend was the Janet Jackson documentary. Everybody was talking about it. Everybody's been talking about it. The 2-night extravaganza on Lifetime and A&E, and they were shocked at the celebrity cameos. They were shocked at all the footage. They were shocked at how candid Janet got about her life. She held nothing back, and some of the bigger questions of her life that people wanted answers to, she answered them. So let's talk about the 10 biggest things that I think probably she dealt with. The first being her marriage to James DeBarge. Janet said she got married to James DeBarge because she wanted to get out of her daddy's house. She was sick of him and how he was riding her so hard as far as, being a controlling father and living in her famous brother's shadow. She was sick of the whole thing. And even though she was on Fame at that time and she made her debut on American Bandstand and she had been on Different Strokes and all that stuff, she said, I got to get out of this house. So she secretly married James DeBarge and then realized, I made a massive mistake because this dude is a drug addict. And so she said she would have to go out on the street sometime and search for him. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, she'd find pills in the house and she'd take them and throw them down the toilet. And she said she knew she made a drastic mistake. And that's why she had the marriage annulled after only a year. So people ask about the secret baby. Is there a secret daughter that has been around for several decades? And she said, and I quote, I could have never kept a child from James. She said, I want to get the quote right. I could never keep a child from James. How could I keep a child away from their father? I could never do that. That's not right. And Reby said, no, I'm not, because that was part of the rumor too. That she had given the daughter to Reby Jackson, her older sister, to raise. None of that was true. Debbie Allen doubled down with her as well. She said, where was the baby? Nobody saw a baby. I mean, she was there with us all day, every day. Where was the baby? So according to them, there was and never was. There was, why did I say was? There was never a baby, ever, according to them. Do you guys believe her? I believe her.
I believe her.
I believe it. I don't know why a person would lie about something like that.
Well, there are reasons why somebody would lie about that.
Why would somebody lie about that, Mama Noah? You are forever the conspiracy theorist. Why would she lie about that?
Well, first of all, at what age she was when she got married?
She was 18. That's legal to have a baby.
Yeah, but she was a Jackson.
So what?
And you have baby early in life, then folks is not exactly giving you the same options as someone that doesn't.
I disagree with that. I think she was 18. She wasn't Janet Jackson at 18. She wasn't the
Janet Jackson when she was on the Merv Griffin show talking about the love.
No. I 1000% disagree with what you just said. She was not Janet Jackson that we know as the icon at 18. No, she was not. She wasn't control nasty when I think of you, Janet Jackson, at that time. No, she wasn't. So no, I don't think she's lying. I know you forever the conspiracy theorist, but no, I disagree with that.
All right.
But we can agree to disagree. She said Paula Abdul is the one she credits for helping her to find her star power. She was the one that helped her, with dancing. She helped her get away from all the shy and soft-spokenness. She said she taught her to come out of her shell. She was the one that taught her all the choreography and control and nasty. And when I think of you and what have you done for me lately, all those things.
I can see it now.
She gives a lot of credit to Paula Abdul for kind of mentoring her, I guess, if you will.
I can see that.
Yeah. What else? What are some other things? Let's get to the meaty stuff, I guess. Or should I take my time? I'll take my time. Okay. Her parents were pissed when she did that album cover.
Which one? With the titties?
Yes. Even though that was her husband, Renee Elizondo, who inspired her sexier image in the 90s. Her parents were hot as fish grease. And her sister, who I guess is an ordained minister, which I didn't even know that.
Reby?
Yeah.
That sounds right.
She said that everybody kind of was like upset. they was like, "Hey man, why you out here with your titties out on the magazine?"
I mean,
and Janet was like, "I can do what I want to do. I'm Janet Jackson, snitches." And you know, I get it.
I mean, they wasn't even on the plate. They was right in his hand.
Right. See, Mama Noise, don't nobody believe what you're saying. See, Patrice said the same thing. They don't believe you. All right.
I'm not throwing shade on someone else's opinion. That's why I'm entitled to mine.
But even if it's wrong, I hear you. No, I mean it's fine. You know, it's wrong.
Clearly, it's not fine.
Everybody got one, but not
everybody got one. I just, you know. But yeah, her husband Renee Elizondo Jr. was the one that kind of but encouraged her to push the envelope on her sexuality and all of that stuff.
Wasn't he an older dude too?
I think he is older.
I
don't know.
Dion's Renee.
Huh?
Oh.
No, not as old as Celine Dion's Renee.
Oh, Renee.
No, he that old. He wasn't that old.
I'll be curious to know the age difference between them. You talk about encourage her with her sexuality. I guess so. He probably had plenty of experience in comparison to her.
Mama Noise, you're not gonna just keep floating theories out here today.
I said probably.
That may or may not be true.
I said probably. I didn't say the fact is.
How old is he? He's 59. How old is she? 55? 4 years old. Surely not calling 4 years older.
Really?
Okay, I'm just throwing it out there, Mama.
Sound like you trying to comfort me just now.
I ain't trying to. I didn't say nothing.
Yeah, you did, because you leaned into the screen. I seen your whole demeanor change.
Surely you're not calling.
Surely you're not trying to.
That's what it says to me. Man, that's what it says to me.
It's not what happened at all. Here's some of the more media stuff, and as usual, Cuz has perfect timing here. She said she felt guilty by association from the child molestation allegations, and she paid a hefty price for it. She was right in the middle of a massive Coca-Cola deal. Because you know her brother was with Pepsi, so Coke was like, well, we'll just go get Janet. And then right when they was about to sign the deal, a mega $1 million deal, that's when the allegations broke, and Coca-Cola was like, yeah, about that.
Wow.
We're not going to be able to do that. And so she said she was frustrated by it. She never thought he was guilty, but she did pay the price, you know, being Janet Jackson, being the brother of Michael Jackson.
Wow. The sister.
Yeah, guilty by association. So
that's
yeah. And then the other thing that she said is that their relationship dramatically shifted after Thriller. He kind of started, you know, feeling himself a little bit, and where they had this really close relationship and they talk all the time, and you know, it was more like you know, on Michael Jackson snitches. Now I'm
to the lady in the back who you thought I was.
Right. So it got a little weird after a while. But the biggest revelation, I think, which is weird that this is the biggest revelation from it, but the biggest revelation from the documentary that a lot of people are talking about today is that Janet says she was the one that told Justin Timberlake to keep his mouth shut about Tittygate at the Super Bowl. She was the one that told him to just leave it alone. Don't talk about it. She said it got blown way out of proportion. It was an accident. Shouldn't have happened, but it did. And they always want to try to blame somebody. But she said Justin and I are very good friends. In fact, Justin asked her in 2018 when he came back to the Super Bowl to come back on the stage with him and let's make it right. And she declined.
Damn. And that's why we wouldn't let him in the picnic.
Yep. So she said to blame him is not right. We're good. He and I are good. Let's move on.
Yeah, she took that any press is good press.
Well, why she ain't say something before now then?
Because if I say something, y'all still talking about
it. But he already said something about it. It ended up blowing up. So just to stay silent and just say, I'm just gonna let it play out the way it plays out. If he was so innocent and it was a mistake, and then, you know, I don't understand what's the big deal. It was your nipple that was out.
Well, let me say this. She may have said something and we just don't remember that she said something. Like the backlash was so tremendous from it. You know what I mean? But she may have said something in a quiet press release like, y'all leave him alone. Stop. Don't mess with him. Don't say nothing. And we didn't hear her because, you know, her voice is so small.
That wasn't.
Cuz, what you think? Cuz Noise in the building, y'all. What's up?
I would like to first go back to a statement you made earlier where you were dead wrong. I'm not exactly sure of the context, but you were saying that she was not Janet Jackson that we so love, the big star before Control.
She wasn't.
Maybe not to the Wahites, but listen, I wanted Janet.
Right.
I wanted Janet when she was back at getting burned by the iron. I wanted Janet when she would walk around in the room with Willis. I wanted to be Willis.
What you talking about, cuz?
You're goddamn right. I mean,
okay, that's fair. Amongst the blacks, she was.
I'm waiting on my apology because I know I said that, and you let me know quickly with the quick.
First of all, to that, you didn't say what Cuz just said. He said amongst the blacks, she was Janet Jackson.
That's what I had to say in order for you to acknowledge it?
Yes, because we were talking about was she Janet. Big old gigantic
she was not
Janet
Jackson.
She wasn't global Janet Jackson. That doesn't change.
I didn't say global. I just said she was large before then.
Well, you need to clarify. So they.
Well, that's that nonsense right there. In my own home. That's all right.
I took care of you. Remember those shots I was giving you during the Zoom meeting? Oh, that was somebody else. I'm sorry.
You know what? Because we discussed this young lady that was
what?
Supposedly,
I leave that teacher alone. She was listen. She was on her own time, and they called.
No, she was not on her own time.
They called it Zoom meeting, and that ain't her fault that the camera was still open and she was, you know, getting pounded from the back and during the Zoom meeting. That is not her fault.
Yep.
Who amongst us has?
No.
Okay.
Who amongst us?
I agree, Patricia. You are 1,000% right. And also, I respect your spelling of Tittygate. That is you put your heart and soul into that. Yeah, the NFL need to probably make an apology.
I mean, that part. What about that? That's a part that should have been addressed during the thing.
Maybe they'll do that this year. Make an apology.
Yeah, first of all, they was wrong for that. Why didn't you ban JT instead of trying to ban Janet? Because, you know, you invited him back.
Listen, I have a question. Has anybody ever seen the damn nipple? Because
no.
I've always wanted to see the nipple, but I've never seen every time the nipple is blurred out. Why are we so upset about a nipple we've never seen?
Well, because it made an appearance in an area at a time where America.
How fast was it?
It's pretty fast, but yet I actually do kind of vaguely remember seeing the nipple.
Not out to the camera guy.
I vaguely remember seeing it. It's not like, yeah, vaguely. It was real quick. You know, it was like, oh my God, it's like a nipple, and then it was like, you know,
I didn't see it at all.
I'm upset about that. I feel like I was cheated.
Are you upset that you didn't see it, or are you upset that it happened? Because I feel like there's a very distinct difference as to what
I wanted to see the titty nipple.
That is what I thought you meant. Yes, that is what I thought.
And that's what we're doing.
We're gonna ban folks and blacklist folks and treat folks like they something less than honorable, then at least let me see it.
That's facts. I wasn't looking for it, but then all of a sudden everybody's like, "Oh!" And I'm going, "What happened?" I was
What
watching
happened?
it. I thought I was watching it.
I was okay with it.
The question is, did it really happen?
Huh?
Did it really happen, or was it just all of a
No, it
sudden?
happened. No, it happened. It was,
You said you said you seen it.
I think
So
I remember
was
vaguely
the
seeing it
material-
flash. Like it was like
Was the material pulled off of the nipple, or was the material pulled off the whole breast? What happened?
it was
Exactly.
okay. So
That's
he
the
had
point.
he had his hand here, like he was hugging her, and I guess he just kind of pulled the material, and the nipple was out amongst the lines of the material.
So he pulled the bra up over the breast.
It wasn't a bra. It was she had on like a
Costume.
outfit or whatever, and it was like you could see kind of her bra and the whatever the material was made out of.
So
and
did
he pulled it
anything
and it ripped.
tear? Did anything tear, or the titty was just bare in any way? I mean, what?
It tore, right? He tore that whole side off.
It tore.
Yeah, where it was out.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
I don't get it either, Mama Noah. I really wish I could see it.
Was it Velcro? Because how did he just tear it all the way across there without it being? It sounds like it would take work to do that. And then, as a man, why ain't you jump in front of her?
Well, because I don't think he realized that it was.
He didn't realize the titty was out.
But not at the moment that it was out. And then the other part was he kind of kept performing. Like he was like, "Oh well, that was unfortunate." And so it just kind of kept going. It was a lot of things going on in that moment. And
see, we needed Tittygate. We needed to talk about Tittygate, not just leave Justin alone. Dad, we want to know why you blackballed Janet Jackson and how you gonna fix it. And why was he invited back, but you didn't invite her back? And why didn't she defend?
See, the way the material is, he ripped the thing and the bra, and it was out.
So the whole titty was out.
It was out. It was out. The whole thing was out.
And there ain't nobody nowhere that doesn't blur the titty, the nipple.
Probably, but those pictures are so old at this point.
Well, I mean, it was still. I mean, I just want to see what we're talking.
Oh, this is a good picture right here.
Oh no!
What you got? Show me what you're working with.
I don't know if I can put that one up. Well, it's covered though.
Oh well, come on then.
So this is interesting because if this is the actual picture,
it ain't even bad.
On that day,
it ain't even bad.
I mean, by today's standards, it is not bad.
That's what
I'm gonna be honest with you. Well, you know what? I'll let y'all judge it because we're not gonna get flagged for it. I'm telling you, it's not that bad.
Oh look, Al is back just in time.
Let me see. Let me see.
By today's standards, this is not that bad.
Man, that's the same thing Lil' Kim did.
Yeah, that's it. That's an actual thing.
Lil' Kim did that. She had flowers on her nipples too. And then nobody said nothing when Diana Ross was jiggling her titty right there on the show, talking about, well, live.
Mama knows.
But that's a different time, though. That's later on. That's a different time.
I'm saying it's the same type of titty situation.
No, but it's not. It's a different time. You gotta context matters, Mama knows. You can't lift something out of its context and then try to make your point. It's a different time. The world dramatically changed from when Janet and Justin did this to when this happened. So no, that's not the same thing.
What year was it?
I don't know. 2004.
The woman had on a doily.
A what?
A doily. That's what he calls it.
What else do you call them? I don't know what to call them.
What are you talking about? On
It's
a
actually
nipple?
a pasty.
You call them
It's not a pasty because this is like a metal thing.
And the metal thing almost seems like you was looking for it. It was in preparation. Nobody just wears the metal thing up under some regular clothes unless you expect them to take it off.
Now you're trying to float another conspiracy. So you said she did it on purpose. Boy, you are the conspiracy. I'm gonna start calling you Conspiracy Connie.
No, you can call me Kenyatta. I'm just saying.
No, I will call you what I want to call you. Conspiracy Connie is out to get him again. Matter of fact, keep it up. I'm gonna make a drop just for you.
Well, as long as it's cute.
You know, I'm gonna have to agree with Mama Noise though.
Oh, Al,
Because
why did that suck you in?
No. Hear me out.
Okay.
Because that would also explain why she was like, shh, just let it ride. Let it ride. Just let it ride.
Well, now listen, I ain't gonna say that Janet's not about that no new all press is good press life. She probably was like, we can make this work.
She probably was like, let it ride, because she like, one of these days Justin gonna say, I'm tired of having to live the lie. She knew that titty was gonna come out. That's why she had the metal cover on, just so that it would look so a surprise or look like it was something that accidentally happened. But it was like,
well, let me ask everybody a question since we're going down this road. Has this really truly hurt her career? Like, no. Okay, she'll get to perform at the Super Bowl. Okay. How many black people have performed at the Super Bowl? So I don't know. I don't know.
To get blackballed by the NFL?
Does she need the NFL to sell any tickets?
No, but I'm saying it still hurt her.
Did it?
I think it did, because
how? In what way?
To me, I think they'd have had her back plenty of times.
Okay.
If it was not for that incident.
Well, I guess. I don't know. I think it hadn't hurt her at all. I don't think she's lost any money or sleep.
I don't think she lost sleep or
I don't think she lost any money. I think she's done fine. She's not hurting. Janet Jackson ain't hurting for money. She ain't living out of an outhouse in West Virginia.
All right.
I'm just saying. So I don't know. But those were the revelations of the 2-part documentary of Janet Jackson. Should I show the video again of the lady?
What lady?
Of the teacher.
No, Jamie
didn't see it. Cuz didn't see it.
Cuz ain't even here.
That's what I was going to say. I was just going to say, wait till he pulls up on screen. That way it won't be missed.
All right, we'll go to a different story while we're waiting on him to come to the
screen. If he even wants to see it. If he even wants
I'm sure he wants to see it. Come on now. We're talking about Cuz Noise. We'll go to a different story while we're waiting on Cuz to come back. First of all, there he is right there. That's perfect timing.
What happened?
We wanted to know, did you want to see the video of the teacher that was getting pounded from the back?
No.
You do not want to see it?
No.
Really? Interesting. Tell us.
There.
I have to know.
Huh?
I have to know. Tell us why.
I mean, why would I want to see that?
You just asked to see a titty like 5 minutes ago.
It was Janet Jackson titty, man.
Oh, because
you really don't see anything. It's just the fact that she had the audacity to perform that act while on a Zoom call, but you don't actually see her. You see her being gyrated, moved, but you don't really see anything.
He's putting some pressure on, is what you're saying.
Yes, he is. First of all, I don't like the
Lloyd would say, put your weight on it. He put his weight
on it. He put his weight on it. First of all, I don't like
it. Mama Noise, you okay? You okay, Mama?
You know, I would like to make an addendum to my other statement when we get past this pressure situation.
That was her. That was the teacher on the Zoom call.
Oh, okay.
She's feeling all right. What's your addendum?
What's her name?
I don't know. They never gave her name.
So you can look her up on the gram?
Oh, she just looks familiar.
She's in Alabama.
You know all you black folks look alike.
Wow. That escalated quickly. What's your addendum?
My addendum is, according to the VMAs.
Oh Lord, here we go.
It said 3 years before Janet Jackson's Nipplegate controversy, or Tittygate, whichever you prefer, Little Kim's left one breast was exposed intentionally in 1999
Was that 99?
Yeah, in 1999 at the MTV Video Music Awards. This is the titty photo that Little Kim had out that just has one little pasty over her nipple. And
okay, but here's the difference to your addendum, since you're trying to prove your point. Lil Kim came with big titty energy. She knew she was going to show it. She designed the outfit to show it. Her desire and purpose was to show it.
Yes, but it happened before.
Fine, but that
you
doesn't
said
change.
It was after.
I apologize for missing the date, but it doesn't change the fact.
Don't belittle the fact that you missed the date is important.
It is not that important to the
relevant. It's relevant to the discussion. It was before and not after.
Okay, well then you're an oak, Mama Noise. You figured out it was before.
Oh, Negroes can't be wrong.
I didn't say you wasn't. I was saying I wasn't wrong. What I said was it's not relevant because what she did, Lil Kim, which did it to an audience that is designed to be there to be shock value at the VMAs and always will be. That's different than doing it in front of the audience of the Super Bowl, which family first and all that nonsense.
Jay, Janet Jackson, once the said titty was out of the costume, had a metal
we showed that already
appendage on the nipple. When something is accidental, said nipple should have been out, said raw. But I think just because like Little Kim had the pasty on, the reason why she was kind of like with the let's just move on from that, let's not talk about it, is because perhaps she was turning to the nasty girl and now she's ready to have said titty pop out and let it be legendary. And it has become a legendary situation.
First of all, I am peacock happy that we are discussing titties the way we are today on this show. We're not calling them breasts. We're not calling them, udders. We're calling them titties.
Udders.
I like that.
Why are you?
Secondly,
why are you like this? I don't understand. Zara, get out of the car. You don't have to stay. Go ahead and go.
Secondly, Mama Noise, I don't give a damn what the situation is. I will never go down a conspiracy theorist hole with you. You're going to have to go by yourself. I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
I'm just saying.
So I'm sorry. I would like to agree with you, but that's just not who I am.
You got to roll by yourself. I agree with you.
Cold-blooded.
We love you.
No, hush. You be quiet. You be quiet. You already corrected me talking about it wasn't even happening yet. It had happened.
Okay, you were right about that. You got one thing right today.
What?
You got the one thing right. I appreciate you. Ooh. You were right. I gave you credit now.
Well, you did get the one thing right.
You did get that right, but you called it a conspiracy. I don't know about all that. Anyway. You might be right about that too. Who knows? I just refuse to co-sign it.
Of course you do.
So,
and let the record show Jay did not co-sign about no titties. So let's just move on.
The record duly noted. Duly noted. Very, very sad news over the weekend. And shocking news, if you will. Miss USA 2019. Crystal Christ. No, I'm sorry. I jacked that name all the way up. Chesley Christ is her name. Chesley Christ. I think I'm pronouncing it somewhat close. But she passed over the weekend, and it appears that she jumped from her building, committed suicide and jumped from her building. They found her body on the street. They think she may have jumped from 60 floors, I guess it was. 60 floors up. Hours or days, or was it hours before or days before, where she posted early Sunday? She posted, "May this day bring you rest and peace," and she posted a picture of herself on Instagram. And then they found her on the street dead. She worked at Extra, the TV show Extra, as a correspondent and a journalist. And they issued a statement saying, "Our hearts are broken. Chesley was not just a vital part of our show, but she was a beloved part of our Extra family and touched the entire staff. Our deepest condolences to all her and her family and friends." I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about that story, other than kind of what we talked about last week with Cuz, that man, mental health is real. Suicide is a selfish act, and the pain that it leaves behind and the questions that it leaves behind is immense. You know,
Huge.
It's a tough story, man. It's a really, really tough story.
For all the brothers out there, it may be a touch too early, but she should have told me she was having problems. I could have worked with her, because have you seen her?
She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful.
Oh,
The beautiful young lady.
This
USA, Mama Nez. I started the story with that. Please stay with
I was trying to figure out which state was
I'm
it?
kidding, Mama Noise. That's where the joke was. I told you that.
I
want to say she was Miss. She wasn't. Was she Miss Mississippi?
No, we don't do that shit in Mississippi.
Cause I think Cause I'm not 100% sure she wasn't Miss Mississippi. Now, let me check and make sure. Let me check.
What's her name?
Could be wrong about that too, but
she wasn't Miss Mississippi, because if she was,
Tara says she was Miss South Carolina.
South Carolina, that's what it was. I knew it was one of the states.
Well, okay. Patricia says North Carolina. Okay,
y'all got to choose. Y'all got to choose.
One of them Geechee states.
North Carolina. She was North Carolina. Okay, we've confirmed. But yeah, she
tough.
Cause they want to know, if she wasn't attractive, did you still want to help her?
There you have it.
Oh, listen now. Don't do that, Tara. Don't do that.
They forgot, cuz. They forgot. Let me remind them. He is. Defenders of the Earth.
I will go out of my way to help anyone
that's right.
in need like that, mentally. Because it is such a devastating thing to the person, even in her position, to put on a face of wholeness and happiness, but still be broken inside. Man, that's hard business, man.
Yeah.
You have to smile for the camera, but know you broken inside. That's hard for her. But now I'm guessing she got tired of doing that, and she decided to end it. And now the family is left with the ramifications.
Well, not just the family, but everybody.
But a ninja like me could have helped her out, because,
yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one, man.
No, that was a beautiful woman.
She's my favorite journalist on Extra. I was like, man, she just brought a bubbly spirit to Extra, and I was like, man, she's
kind of reminds you of the bubbly spirit of one of my favorite comedians, Robin Williams. Was always a bubbly spirit.
Oh yeah,
but you know what? The old saying is that behind the laughter, normally there is pain.
Right.
And yeah, and a lot of people that are constantly trying to make you laugh, or constantly creating atmospheres of joy and happiness and distraction, are trying to distract themselves the most. And apparently she was one of those people, unfortunately. It is a really, really unfortunate situation.
I would like to know this. That's an interesting statement there about the comedians, that they try to bring laughter and joy to people's lives, but they're the ones that's actually broken.
Yeah.
I wonder if you could say the same thing for motivational speakers, preachers. Those that are trying to give are actually the ones that are actually in lack.
Ooh, that's a great question.
I don't know. I'm just asking the question.
I don't know either, but I would co-sign and say that I think there are a lot of broken people that step on the podium without having truly allowed themselves the opportunity or the time to really kind of find the healing they need before they stepped on the podium.
I would agree totally.
Yeah.
I would agree with what Jay said, because I think that we're always hearing about the staggering numbers of pastors that have taken their lives. And it usually people are saying, or what happens is nobody knew that he was struggling or this or that because he's so busy trying to save, the people or live a certain image or whatever for the people. And I've heard plenty of ministers that we are associated with. It's like, hey man, this is not for the faint at heart, because you become isolated. When I became a pastor, and I noticed that nobody invites you to the parties. Nobody wants to socialize with the pastor because they like, we can't have fun the way we normally have fun if the pastor ain't here. Or you show up at the barbecue, now everybody want to get their beer and they all want to spread out and everybody want to just all of a sudden start to have things to do and move on. You just like, okay, so you have an isolated life and that's not what you particularly signed up for, but that's a part of it. So yeah, I would say motivational speakers and pastors. Absolutely.
Yeah. They say heavy is the head that wears the crown. It's probably even heavier if you build a crown yourself. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough question, actually, because do you have to have it all together to lead men and women?
If that be the case, we wouldn't have any leaders.
Yeah.
So you don't have to have it all together.
But you're under such scrutiny that as soon as you act like you have any type of flaw, folks is ready to just cancel you. And you like, okay, I do struggle in, it's sort of like a friend of mine. A friend of mine was engaged and she was so excited about getting married. And, I was happy for her. And then she said she found out during the, the premarital counseling process that her soon-to-be husband was struggling with pornography. And so she wrote him smooth off on that alone. And I was like, you didn't make that decision based on what I thought. If you'd have let me talk to you, not saying that, that wasn't a challenge, but you wrote off this incredibly good man, the man that you loved, and he didn't have to divulge that to you. It could have been something you discovered after the fact. You wrote him off because of that flaw that he shared willingly in what he thought was a safe space.
I wonder, how does one struggle with pornography? I mean, I have watched my share of porno. How do you struggle with pornography to where are we saying that it's out of control?
I don't know if people struggle with pornography as much as they struggle with the moral compass and guilt associated with pornography. Like, I think they're not struggling to watch pornography. I'm sure they're enjoying whatever they're watching.
No. I mean, to where I can't control when I watch it, how often I watch it, where mentally it's like a drug.
Right.
People struggle like that with porno.
Well, again, I don't.
It can be an addiction.
It's a video.
But it can be an obsession.
But I think again the guilt of it all comes from a couple of things. Number one, the disassociation of reality compared to the what you're doing in your, what you're watching. Yeah, in your old bedroom. That part of it.
People that try to bring that, you watch it as if it's real, as if it's reality, and you want your wife now to do what it took all them takes for them to do. You want her to perform that in your bedroom,
right?
Which is catch-22. Right. However, I think personally, from that couples particularly, I think it was because they was in church 24/7. So then when he got old enough or whatever age that he felt it was okay to do so, it's like now I can see all of this and maybe he's learning. Maybe he didn't know how to have sex or something because he was in church. Well, not all of us was in church like you, Jay, but I'm saying learning church. He's learning to have sex without the assistance. I'm saying he needed some help. So maybe he was looking at it for that, not so much as being absorbed by it. And she was automatically, grossed out by the fact that he, was even looking at it. So.
Yeah, some people get caught in it, man. Some of them
get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Some people love it, man. They enjoy it.
I mean, I like a good one. I like a good one too, but shit, hell. I mean, come on.
Well, in the chat, Tara says she waiting on Cuz's church story.
Yeah, get out of the chat.
Well, my turn this time. Usually it's Cuz.
Do all adults watch porn at some point or the other?
In their lifetime, you mean?
No, that's probably a dangerous question. Everybody can't answer that question.
Sounded fully loaded.
But I'm saying, like, you talking about in their lifetime, do they watch porn?
In their adulthood, do all adults watch porn?
I think at some point in their lifetime, in their adult lifetime, they probably have seen porn, I would imagine.
Oh my gosh.
I would imagine they have.
These people over here, these noisemakers, boy, they are hell on wheels, boy. I'm gonna tell you.
Are they? Well, I mean, y'all think adults have not seen porn?
I think all adults. I mean, the word have seen. You mean like like it was an accident, like Janet Jackson titty, or did they sit down and watch the damn porn? That's what I want to know.
I think I won't say all because all is too general.
All is too general. You're right.
But I'll say a lot have seen it.
Yeah.
I would say a lot have seen it. I would say probably high. I would say probably high 80s, 90s percent.
Okay.
I would say.
And the other people that don't do it is because they would feel some kind of way about themselves that they did it.
No, they just haven't. For whatever
they
reason.
haven't, or they've been taught like we've taught in marriage ministry in church. We've taught people that don't invite pornography into your bedroom because, like you said earlier, I don't need to visualize Amber doing whatever it is that she's doing so that I can be aroused by you. But and then like you said, now you watching Amber do all these circus acts and stuff on the porn movie, and you expect
I don't watch Amber. I watch Tamika.
Well, Tamika, and then you expecting Tamika to Opal to do what Tamika do. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, I think that the danger of it all is the expectation the false expectations that it creates. And if you're not careful, you are now believing that this visual thing is now a real thing and it's not fake. It's all,
You are being cheated if you're not being done that way.
Right. That's the way you. Now, I can't remember the exact diagnosis they give you in human sexuality, but in that class, I remember that they said a person that becomes obsessed with it, a person that has become numb to reality, and like you said, just assumes that that's the way it's supposed to go down. Everything that you see on the screen is supposed to pop off like that in your own bedroom.
I like what Sean said, but you haven't put it up yet, so I can't mention it because you obviously doing something else over there.
Mm-hmm.
I am doing something else.
Need for you to get in the chat.
I am. Look, people.
Production. Listen, what Sean said. That's a good point because he did disclose that he had an addiction, but he didn't really break down to us what does that really look like. I believe you can help people in those type of conversations because even though I know damn well I don't have an addiction to something like that, technically I could, and not know it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A person could be there and not know that they're there. So a star like Kirk Franklin could have used that in order to help men not
really. Absolutely. I wholeheartedly agree with that because that says to me in the church that he's willing to be transparent and assist somebody else with the same struggles he has. But it's just like, I just want to put that out there. So if somebody say, Kirk Franklin's is addicted to porn, I already told y'all that.
I don't know. I felt like Kirk's was just kind of stunt based.
I did new conspiracy theories. Huh?
No conspiracy. Well, I noticed the album came out the same time as is what I'm saying.
Who is Michael? Come on, man, get in the chat.
Hey, man, look, I'm doing stuff. I'm working. Michael Todd, Spit Pastor.
Oh, he was on porn too.
I guess
that's the
pastor.
Yeah. That's not really that surprising though, because he looked like he might be.
Well, I didn't know
Am I stereotyping? I'm sorry.
The reality is most men do like visual aids, and most men look at porn. Maybe not as many women, but women do it too. But most men have engaged.
Well, it's because what they do for women is they weave in soft porn in all of our soap operas and all of our chick flicks and stuff where you just like, hey.
I was gonna say, really, women like porn too. They just don't like it the same way that men do.
Like 50 Shades of Grey.
Right.
I've never seen that, but I heard that
You ever seen 50 Shades of Grey?
No.
Yeah, but you like Jason's lyric though.
What the? Okay.
Love Jones.
I like Love Jones. They're nowhere near in the same category as those two films.
What's the difference? Love making is love making. The titty is the titty.
No, in 50 Shades of Grey, it's that dominatrix strapped up in chains.
Okay, listen. Some things are more hard. You like there's levels to this, Mama Noise. You don't like your level that far. But I'm
gonna tell you, it started with them Harlequin novels.
You all over the place today.
Thank you.
I think we like there's levels. No, ain't no totally different. Sex is sex. Some people like hardcore stuff. Some people like lighter stuff. But y'all people like what they like. It's all the same.
Some people like a storyline or romance behind it, but it's
exactly. What's the difference?
Yeah.
If at the end of it all, somebody end up butt naked, what's the difference?
Yeah, but sometimes You and them watching a movie, and they may be still in the bed, may have sheets over the backside or whatever, but it's a story being told or whatever. But porn is like, nah, why we gotta wear clothes? Chitty chitty bang bang.
Well, we pretended for a long time, and maybe there was to a degree, but we pretended that there was a difference between Playboy, Penthouse, and a Hustler.
Right.
Because one was, the pictures were softer. The pictures were.
Playboy is classier.
Right. It was done so nicely, but it was still porn. It still served its purpose. Boys still took it to the bathroom and took care of their business.
Was it the Gentleman's Magazine?
What are you talking about?
Because it had all the what I always heard. Y'all look at it for the articles.
There you go. I used to love to read them.
Oh my gosh.
No, sorry. When you're talking about human anatomy, that's different.
No, it is not the same.
That's not the same, baby.
Why did we have the centerfold in Jet magazine?
That was a soft way for.
That was as close as they could get to it without crossing the line.
And every little black man had it on his wall.
Was it to keep men buying those Jet magazines? Because some men bought them just for the centerfold.
Facts. And they had access to them to take a look and see who was inside before they went to the cash register. So now for us, there weren't no centerfolds for women.
Would you have bought it?
For who?
For you.
Oh.
If there was a male jet beauty of the week.
A male jet beauty.
If it is a handsome dude of the week.
The best we got was Prince and Michael Jackson on the wall.
Sexy ninja of the week.
Sexy ninja. I like good articles.
Stefan is correct. There are plenty of them with storylines.
See, I told you they just weave our stuff into like what they did for Scandal. Okay, let's be honest. Was you really into politics, or was you really into most people?
Don't you bring up Scandal, because you bailed on that show. You don't like black people.
That's not true.
I was totally into what's her name? Kerry Washington. I was totally
love her.
You don't love her that much. You bailed.
No, that was because the storylines started taking place. I don't want to go there.
She had the sexiest.
Call it what you want. You bailed.
She had the sexiest boss lady walk. Oh,
I mean, listen, that was black girl magic strutting through there, up through there, and be like, so this is what we're gonna do. I mean, she handled it. Yeah.
Whatever, Mama knows. You bailed on the show.
Every time she walked in, I had to go to the bathroom.
Did you? No, every time?
Nope. That's his subtle
Every
way.
time you went to the bathroom? Because there was a lot of episodes.
It was an episode every week.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of episodes. I mean, I'm just curious. How many times did Jay?
Oh my gosh! Now he's gonna Google this episodes.
No, I just want to know. I'm just curious how many times he went to the bathroom. There were 124 episodes, so that's
per season.
No.
Total.
Oh,
I know.
I'm raising you better than this, Mama Noise. I'm raising you better than this, and you're
not raising me, sir.
We're talking about Jay's 124 trips to the bathroom.
Oh, okay, we'll rock with that. Jake and Olivia's relationship. All right, okay.
Oh my goodness.
That gave us privy to take a look into the White House and see what it would be like for the president to be knocking the dust off on Scandal. Saying people was tuning in for that. Saying, is this the episode?
Not you. You bailed, remember?
I probably seen some of those episodes. I'm sure of it.
Let's move on. Because you're triggering me at this point. You're triggering me.
Go ahead, trigger.
What else we got story-wise today? Shout out to Nick Cannon.
Nope. He don't get no shout out.
He does give a shout out. He just got his 8th child.
That's not a shout out. That is
Nick said, "Ha! Watch what I do." And this one's even more unique than the rest because Nick said, "I'm going to now diversify my bonds, and I'm going to
diversify
create children with other people's exes."
Oh,
He got with Johnny Manziel's ex-wife and had a child.
Dang. I don't understand it.
All I'm saying is this man must be stopped. I
What
feel
do you
like
think he's like one of the horses that needs to go around and
Nick out here, man.
What they call it when you use as a buck to go around?
He's a stud. Nick is out here.
Oh, that's what it's called. Okay.
Nick out here spreading his seed around like his first name was Johnny.
Okay, here's my problem. Not just the fact that he's not marrying any of these women. My problem is that if I recall, Nick Cannon had an illness that almost took his life a while back.
That is true.
So if you struggle with an illness that almost took your life, but now you think you need to go around and spread your seed around like Johnny Appleseed, you know.
In the words of the prophet Bobby Brown, Nick said, "It's my prerogative. I can do what I want to do."
Okay.
Nick out here, man. Baby number 8.
I'm just saying, in 2022,
he has lupus.
Okay, but I'm saying then I don't know if that was that he discovered it when he got really sick, or that was something he've always had, or whatever. But
I would imagine that some of the women asked Nick prior to their sexual exploits with him, "Nick, do you have a condom?" And Nick's reply is always the same.
Hell no, can't do that.
He's leaving a legacy of recklessness. You know, all them 8 kids over there, them your sisters, them your brothers. What? Hashtag Rolling Stone.
There's nothing more important to me in this entire world. I could be wrong. Y'all help me out.
Than the black woman.
Than for a black man to show himself loyal and faithful to one woman. That man could have, I don't know what his marriage was. They seemed like they were happy though at first. I thought they were happy.
Who, him and Mariah?
Yeah, I mean, he the one who married that woman whose race we don't really know. But anyway.
Black woman.
Okay.
Well.
Okay, if you say so. But anyway.
Mariah ain't black. Breaking news. Mariah ain't black?
No. Yeah, well.
Y'all talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to look up.
There's nothing more important than the legacy you leave of that. Your legacy is not that you had 15, 20 kids. Your legacy is that you were loyal to one woman, and with that one woman, you had those kids, and you raised those kids to be adults.
Because that's not what you've told us many times on this show. You've told us that our kids are our legacy.
What you can't tell me is that I'm wrong.
You said to us that our kids are our legacy.
He said what he said.
Listen.
I'm just going by what you told us.
Listen. When you marry a woman, there's nothing more important than your loyalty and commitment to that woman. The legacy that is going to come from that is that your kids are going to witness what you're doing.
Oh, okay. So you're clarifying your earlier statements.
Yeah.
I got you.
Because if my legacy is not commitment to my wife and building my wife, then my kids are going to see the dysfunction and whatever else comes from that, and they're going to repeat it.
Okay.
You want to raise wholeness, but you got to model wholeness as much as possible in order to do it.
Okay. So just to clarify, Mariah is the youngest of 3 children born to Patricia Hickey,
the white lady,
Alfred Roy Carey, who is an aeronautical engineer of African-American and Afro-Venezuelan lineage.
He's black.
He's black.
So he was mixed.
He was mixed.
Venezuelan. He could have been,
He could have been like Dominican.
So he's African American and Afro Venezuelan.
Pictures
of a daddy?
Of a mom and daddy.
I don't have. Look, you're doing too much.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. We don't really know her race. That's what I'm saying. We ain't never seen her people now.
She's like she got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and presto, there's
she identifies as black.
We need to see her people now.
She has a black woman.
I don't know. On something else, she identified as the Venezuelan, the white, and then she tried to say the whole kit and caboodle.
Y'all gonna leave poor Mariah alone. She's trying to live her best life.
She's good. I'm just saying, what is she? I don't know. It doesn't matter what she is, I guess. He was married to her. He should have been truthful and faithful to her.
She is a strong black woman.
We're talking about Mariah Carey, since Mr. Noiz is not in the chat at all.
I can't be in the chat and look up what you just asked me to look up, Ninja.
Oh, I'll be glad to go ahead and take care of it.
Mama Noiz, lead you know
That
what?
is a black Latino.
See?
So he could have been like a El DeBarge looking kind of guy.
Ooh, la, la.
Y'all rough today. What is going on? It's in the water or something. Y'all rough. You came in here with big energy. There she is.
Exactly.
There he is right there. He's a good looking dude.
See what I mean?
Yes.
You can call him African American all you want to.
No, not African American.
He's a black man.
No, he might be like Dominican.
Let's see that nose one more time, and that's gonna tell us if he's black or not.
See,
that is a black man nose.
That's what people from the South be doing. They say, "Let me see what their pants look like."
Y'all rough, bro. This is a rough house today. The House of Noise is off to a rough start. It's gonna be a long week if this is how we start.
They'll be like this. They be like, "What's her mama look like?
People
what they look like?"
They'll tell you. Okay, so she has some black in her, but it's not a lot.
She's had
It's enough. How much you need? She black.
She's had some, black in her. I'm just saying.
So she has some black in her.
That's what the understanding is that
Woo. Y'all come, noise makers, come get these people today. It's rough in here today. It's rough. It is rough. It's rough. I'm telling you, it's rough.
Your legacy cannot be that you have all those kids. That's not your legacy.
I mean, listen.
Because any old horse out there in the pasture can screw.
Well, that's what he's doing. He's built a legacy on the amount of kids that he has. That's what he wants. That's what he believes in. That's what he's standing. That's where he's putting it down.
But
take these back shots and put a kid out there.
But in the chat earlier, Chad has said previously that about him losing the child, and I'm like, I remember hearing about that. But the chick he's pregnant with now, she looked like she's been pregnant for a while now, like to the point where she's already showing and stuff. So maybe I'm not discrediting him having lost a child, just here recently. But this child, this woman that he's got pregnant, she looked like she's already about 5 or 6 months.
Well, that's probably true. I mean,
like he already had her.
What are you trying to allude to, Mama Noise?
That he was already pregnant with this girl.
He was
before he lost the other child. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what is your point, though? I don't understand. I still don't understand your point.
Because Chad said, like, in other words, he lost the baby, so he's keeping his legacy going. I'm saying he already had this child in the chamber, so this is really.
He had already squeezed that one off.
That's all I'm saying.
I still don't understand your point, but okay.
You know what, Spence?
I don't understand your point because I mean, what are you trying to say that I don't get it?
Some people, after they lose a child, you do get it. They feel like I gotta hurry up and have another child to fill the void of the one I just lost.
But he didn't say that. He never said that. I never said that in the story. I just said
Mr.
Chad might,
Spence.
just because Chad said that ain't what I said. I said
I was
men are
commenting
having
on
baby
what
showers.
Chad said, Mr. Spence. I was not talking
I
about
know what you were doing. I was trying to, but
So now you understand since you said you couldn't understand?
no, what I don't understand is you all day have been trying to throw out these conspiracy theories of, well, maybe he did this and maybe he did that. When that ain't true. He already busted that one down.
Mr. Spence, you don't recognize when you're in trouble when she starts calling you Mr. Spence.
She thinks
maybe you ought to back off at that point when you keep hearing Mr. Spence, Mr. Spence.
Unlike you, Jay, I'm not afraid of my wife.
Oh, I ain't afraid of mine either. I ain't afraid of that heifer.
Oh, now see.
No, I know what you were saying, Mom. No, I guess what I'm saying, I don't want to, and I understood what Chad was trying to say, but I don't think that's true. I think Nick likes sex.
We all like sex. That ain't the point. That ain't the point.
Not.
He like putting kids out in the world.
He likes sex. Shit, hell, I like sex too.
But you don't like putting kids in the world like he do. He love it.
He's Johnny Appleseed.
It's like a hobby for him.
Tara, what have we done to confuse you, sweetie?
Don't worry about it. Don't move on. Stay out of Chad.
Well, somebody got to run it.
I'm just saying.
Neither one of you ninjas need to run it. That's for damn sure.
Production.
Jeez. At what point is he gonna stop? I don't know. 10, 20. That nigga, he out here, man.
Dang.
Yeah, he out here.
Tell you to stop. You might have some challenges. They're saying, sir, I don't recommend you continue.
Well, he out here. He doing his thing.
Whenever any therapist tells me to stop screwing, then we got a problem.
Yes, but you're a married man.
Yeah, you're right. I stopped.
So continue until it don't work.
Well, now hold on, Zari. Wait a minute. In a marriage, it's not wrong. I want to make sure. I don't want my baby confused. In a marriage, it's not wrong. It's for fun. It's not wrong.
You green lit.
You actually
every day.
You want to do that in the marriage. It's outside the marriage that's throwing everybody off today. But in a marriage, you want to have as much fun as you possibly can have.
He said,
I don't believe in Azaria. I don't believe in having sex all willy-nilly in the marriage either.
Well,
did he say in the marriage?
No. My mind is willing, but my body ain't able. My mind is willing, though, but my body ain't able.
Wise.
We have to schedule that thing.
Wise.
Telling Zaria you were scheduling.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was talking about
why are we? Oh, Danielle asked a good question. Why are we putting all the blame on Nick?
Good question. Because these heifers know what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm actually not putting all the blame on Nick. I want Nick to take his fair share.
But you know what? Some of these women, I've seen it. There's some beautiful women that he's messing with.
Yeah.
What more?
He messing with no booger bears.
What? No, he ain't. What more do you want? You got a beautiful woman. Some of them are successful. What do you want?
You want kids.
Or the bag to be secured.
Screw one of them.
He don't want that. He want a diversity of kids. Look, Nick saying, I got to get this retirement plan going. One of these kids going to be successful. So,
wow.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the odds.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. They need to have him tested. Something ain't right.
He got his own company, Incredible Entertainment, and one of those kids is going to be the next Gary Coleman.
I'm going to take Gary Coleman. Wait a minute, what?
What was his daddy life like? What was his parents' life like?
He grew up in the hood.
Yeah, I mean, was his daddy his life? Did he talk to him? Did he teach him something?
No, I think he was raised with his grandmother. I thought I remember him saying he raised his grandmother.
I failed a young man.
I saw a picture of him and his sisters and his grandmother. I didn't see no man in the picture. That's what I was talking about. That was my main concern. Is not only the fact that he's just out here being Johnny Appleseed in this place, but he need to be concerned about his illness, and apparently he like bumped that. You know,
maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's trying to have as many kids as he can and overcome the illness through like a herd immunity.
Nope, that's ridiculous.
He said, if I have enough, maybe that'll override the situation.
I'm just saying.
So it's a herd immunity type thing.
That's the point. That's my point. Thank you, Sarah. I that was the point. And you know, folks is just like, you know, oh well, it's him and he got it and he rolling right now. Listen.
I just think his friends need to have an intervention. And just pull him to the side and say, Nick, let's talk, bro. Let's talk about this. Why do you feel like you need to do this?
Yeah. That could be a problem. That's a problem.
You're right. I think he was raised by his grandfather, or his he wasn't raised by his regular parents, I don't think.
I saw a story on him, and it was he kept talking about how, you know, the hood, the guys in the hood kept saying he's gonna be something special, and kept looking out for him and making sure he went to stuff. So to me, if the father's in the picture, he ain't got to be looked out for by the homies.
Maybe this is as simple as broken people break people. Like if you're a broken person and you never get healed from your brokenness, your chances are you're probably gonna break somebody else. Or you create broken people.
Good point.
Because if you think about his life, Nick always fights for the underdog and the broken person and the person that needs a shot and the person that, you know, he's put a lot of people on. He's helped a lot of people, and he's helped a lot of people that otherwise wouldn't normally get the opportunities that they get. So for all the good that he does, there's this weird energy of negativity that is also not negativity, but brokenness around him that is undeniable. And I just think Nick is just a guy he's kind of a mess.
I agree. But to the points in the chat, talk about what friends does he have? You know, listen, you need to get a good group of strong friends around you, because please believe those friends, if he does have friends, they should have warned him not to go on what was it, the radio he went on, or it was a podcast, and got on there with not Chuck D. What was it? Not Terminator X, the other dude. From Public Enemy, when he got out there and put all that stuff out there, and that's what got his stuff snatched off of the Wild 'N Out contract and stuff.
What's the point? I'm trying to understand your point. That
if you got real friends around you, they'd have been like, okay, first of all, sir, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know if you're gonna get on the show with this particular dude on this podcast, you better have your wits about you, because everybody's listening.
But that wasn't your point. Him getting on the thing with Professor Griff wasn't your point. What was your point?
That if he
need friends that stop him from doing what he's doing.
I mean, real friends would say something like, you know, man, maybe they'll say to you, you know, maybe you should pass on this one, because he seemed like he was struggling. That was when he was going around with the big, what was that thing?
I don't know. I understand. I don't know that his real friends aren't telling him that. Because sometimes you can tell your real friends can tell you something, and you just gonna do what you're gonna do because you think you can. And he can. The truth of the matter is he can. He can do whatever he wants to do. And whatever people are willing to let him do. And, you know, like you said, going back to somebody said in chat, are we holding everybody accountable? We're probably not holding everybody as accountable as they need to be held, because Nick is not having 8 children on his own. He's having 8 children with all of these various different women. So I get it. I understand they bear a share in the responsibility of what he's doing. My thing is, Is he listening to anybody? Is because I'm not gonna say his real friends aren't telling him what to do. You know.
Oh my gosh.
Noise. You okay. You're distracting me with you every time you get in the chat because I'm trying to say something and then you in the chat. What is it?
Go ahead.
I can't because you're too busy giggling and kikiing and cawing.
It was funny.
What did he say? The next Lloyd asks you your point. Tell that Nissen and no more baking pancake. No, I asked the point for a reason, Ron. I don't.
Thank you, Kyrie.
I don't want her babbling. I gotta get her.
You know what?
I gotta get her
babbling
back to the center of the focus.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't know my life.
Really?
My baby will drift off in a heartbeat.
Oh my gosh! Listen, I know it's all right. It's just my life.
Everybody listening to y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all what's real. Y'all trying to bounce around the issue.
But then I must ask the question.
Go ahead.
And it's sad, but I'm concerned about our us as women. If this dude can just come in and out of the lives of these individual women and they just say, no problem, I'll have a baby. Just make sure you take care of everything. Is it that easy? Why is it that easy?
It is.
And then, Jay was like, these women are just like drop dead gorgeous and stuff. And I'm sitting there going, but what does it say about them?
They say they don't care about having babies.
They'll just have it. It doesn't matter. I know they get in the bag, but goodness gracious. I guess you still will be considered just the baby's mama. You're not you.
Maybe that's all they want. Maybe listen, if they can turn that baby mama bag thing into stability. Listen, you don't know their situations, so their situations may be such as I'm struggling already, and this dude just saved me. So I'll have his baby and live this life and be Nick Cannon's baby mama number 8, and as long as he's still working. Now it's gonna be tight if something ever happened to him. Well, God forbid, but it's gonna be tight if something ever happened to him.
I suppose I'm sure it would be because that's what happened. Was it 8 is Enough? That was a TV show.
See, this is why I'll be stopping Mama Noise right here. Y'all talk about why you be stopping her. This is why. What does 8 is Enough have to do with any of this?
He got 8. That's enough.
Good job. Touche. I apologize. That was very well played.
You're gonna learn today.
That was very well played. I gotta give you credit for that one. That was good. You dug that one out the well there. What other stories we got? Hate to say it, my friend group, I have concluded hoes are winning these days. I mean,
that's what Jasmine Sullivan said. Right?
Jasmine Sullivan said. She did a whole song about it. Stefan said the twins are the only ones. Well, which set of twins you talking about? He got 2 sets of twins. Talking about Mariah twins? Yeah, he got 2 sets of twins.
Well, I guess at some point he was gonna get another set of twins.
He out here, man. Nick out here, boy. He is out here doing
because actually it's the male that's it's their part that decides whether it splits into becoming twins, not the woman. So
yeah. Can I say something real quick? Interestingly enough, this is very interesting. I know some other podcasts are gonna be talking about this weekend.
What happened?
You distracted me again.
I didn't know I had that much influence, but carry on, continue.
No, because you keep doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. And you're distracting yourself, and which is distracting me.
Oh, come on. Just tell me.
Interestingly enough, I haven't heard anybody talking about the Cosby documentary at all.
There's no media outlets that's even
nobody. I've heard nobody talking about it. It's not trending on Twitter. It wasn't trending all weekend. I have not heard anybody say one word about the Cosby thing, and it was this weekend as well.
That's awful peculiar.
Well, it's either that or people just ain't here for that. They just like, we don't care. Showtime.
You said it was on?
It was on this weekend. It was on Showtime. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is talking about it. I have not heard one person talk about it.
Interesting.
I've gone to several media outlets. Nobody's responding to it. I just don't know. I don't know if people care anymore. Like, I think people are kind of over it.
Did that happen, or did it really get you know how, I don't want to say blackballed, but you know, like when they don't want, they put it out because they advertise it, but really they didn't give it any marketing other than that one couple of little snippets trying to tell people that it was there, and then you didn't hear about it anymore. Because see, a lot of this other stuff, like with the Janet Jackson documentary, it was a reminder. Guess this weekend, Janet Jackson documentary, you didn't hear it about.
I think no, but I think the other part of it is this, and here's the other part. And to Stefan's question, Kamau Bell, the comedian W. Kamau Bell, I think he directed it and wrote it, for whatever that's worth. I think the other part of it is this. I don't. I just don't know if people are all in on what he did.
You think that's it?
I just don't think people are all in on what he did. I think people don't universally see it. Man, this is going to sound horrible, but I don't mean it to sound horrible. I'm just trying to make a conversation here. I don't think people universally see it as rape.
Okay.
I just don't think people, and therein lies, it's kind of like the Michael Jackson thing. A lot of people don't believe he did it, and so it's hard to get people to invest in something they don't believe is true.
But since you mentioned that, did they go ahead and try to put that movie out, or did they actually get the injunction to not put that movie out about Michael Jackson that time? Remember those guys that said that they were victims of it, and then they were trying to put out the movie?
They put it out. It was out for a little while, and then
so.
Hold on, and then Michael's estate got it, taken off or whatever.
But you said it was out for a little while.
It was. People saw it, and some people, people felt how they felt about it, but at the same time, it went away pretty fast. Like when they got it taken away, it's gone, and now it's I don't know. I just think people aren't. They don't see it universally as what he has been accused of. I think there are as many people that have questions about what these women did and are as they have about Bill Cosby, and that's why nobody really wants to talk about it. Like, it's just, the thing is literally called "We Need to Talk About Bill Cosby." And there's 4 episodes out, and nobody's talking about it. Ain't nobody talking about it. The opposite of what they're talking about is happening. Nobody's talking about this thing. Like I said, it's not trending. It's just not. It's not important to people.
Interesting.
And again, people think one of the reasons why he was this all was brought to the light in the manner by which it was brought to the light is because he was about to buy that large percentage of NBC. So I don't know. It's interesting to me as to how this is all unfolded with him. But no, they're not. Nobody's discussing it. So it's interesting.
I don't know. I don't understand so much. It's so much it doesn't make sense or cannot be explained, I imagine. Because I mean, I when I hear that, and then he's in jail, and then next thing I know, he's out, and okay, there was a technicality, and then yet they still, I don't know the situation with Deshaun Watson, but yet they were talking about 20 some odd women with that, but now you don't hear nothing else about it. It's like I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's like I've always tried to teach. There's three sides to every story: their version, your version, and the truth. And sometimes your version and their version aren't the truth, or somewhere in between your version and their version is the truth. So interesting stuff. It's very interesting stuff. But
I agree with Kyrie that was said earlier is that bottom line is if you had a choice between the drama of watching the Cosby thing or watching something that you probably wanted to know answers to, like the Janet Jackson documentary, because she has never come out with anything like this.
Well, and then the other part of what you just said is it's coming from Janet. It's not coming from a second party where as this Kamau Bell thing is not coming from Mr. Cosby. It's coming from, wherever. And maybe Kamau did ask, Mr. Cosby, oh, there he is. He did ask Mr. Cosby to be a part of it. Mr. Cosby like, no, I won't be a part of your trash documentary. But nobody's talking about it. Nobody is mentioning it. I'm telling you, it's not anywhere. And that's interesting to me. That's as interesting as the documentary itself. I just don't think people buy into the narrative that he raped all of those women, or that or it just feels like the story is wildly incomplete. And because we won't talk about the totality of the story from both perspectives, I think people are just out on it. They just don't. They're like, you're not going to have me waste my time on this.
I think they invested in it because they was expecting it to be something explosive as when Surviving R. Kelly came out.
They did. Of course they did. Of course.
When that came out and it exceeded the expectation.
Well, for Mama Noise, that was, to your point, yes, you're 1,000% correct. They absolutely thought it was going to be a money grab because everybody's seeing what happened with the R. Kelly story. But I don't think that's the same thing. I think there's a cloud around the Cosby thing that is so, not even a cloud, I would say a fog. Like when you wade into the Cosby allegations and what it was and how it unfolded and the timing of it all, there's a lot of shaky stuff going on in this story. Whereas with R. Kelly, it was pretty cut and dry. Like it was pretty cut and dry. So I don't know. That's just my opinion. Though. I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong about it not trending. I'm not wrong about it. No one seems to care. So you're right though, Mama Noise. It was a money grab. I think there was a big money grab. So
I've never seen anything like it. The reason why I brought it up is I never seen anything like how Lifetime was like, we're gonna put this out, but then it ended up exploding to the point where they're like, okay, people, because let's be clear, the different things that Lifetime has tried to put out has been trash. When they tried to do the Aaliyah story, when they tried to do, I think they tried to do the Whitney Houston story or something like that. Them trying to do all these things, they have just not been making the mark. But when they put out that Surviving R. Kelly thing, was it a couple episodes or
yeah?
The Nielsen ratings for it exploded, that they got caught off guard, and they like, okay, so now somebody wants to do a story about Bill Cosby. Absolutely, in hopes that it would be the same type of response as it was to R. Kelly, Surviving R. Kelly.
Right. Because how did we didn't even ask you how your weekend went. Did it go well?
Oh yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. Okay. Did you get the fish in the?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, good, because I'm very happy for you.
Figure sandwiches and
that's disgusting. That sounds really disgusting. I'm just gonna move past that as fast as I can.
That's because you're not black and from the South.
I am 100% black. I'm not country and from the South. I am from the South.
Now, you don't have to eat pig ears if you're from the South. Not everybody eats pig ears.
Well, then stop questioning my Southern upbringing.
I've enjoyed some pig ears in my life.
But to say I'm going to move past that, that sounds disgusting.
Disgusting.
You sound like one of them Wahite.
Oh.
What? Well, give me the 800 credit score and we can talk.
Oh my gosh.
I just uncovered a plot to infiltrate the hood with diabetes. I want to talk about that before we end the show today. Well, little Debbie out here creating Hudsonville ice cream, taking little Debbie snacks and putting it in ice cream. That's just, you're just trying to make diabetes live strong and well in the hood.
Oh my gosh.
Oatmeal cream pie ice cream, zebra cakes ice cream, Swiss rolls ice cream, Nutter butter ice cream.
Nobody has to help black folks with diabetes. We don't need no help with that.
We don't need any help, but they decided they're going to participate.
Today.
I'm just saying. Shame on you, Debbie, for selling your soul.
According to Stefan, the ice cream is fire.
See, you're going to be the first victim.
I just thought I would help you.
I didn't need your help.
A little bit.
Are you an ice cream eater, Mama Noise, Mr. Noise?
Not like Mr. Noise.
I am. I love ice cream.
That is his guilty pleasure.
You're not going to get me, little Debbie. I'm not playing your silly game.
What's your favorite ice cream?
I'm a cookie and cream guy. I like a good cookies and cream.
What kind?
Bluebell.
All about the Bluebell in this house.
Although I did boycott when the Listeria was, it took me a long time. It took me a long time to come back to Bluebell. A long time. I was nervous.
Boycotted because he wasn't trying to die. Other than that,
I'm not gonna die for your ice cream. If Little Debbie would have come out during that time, I might have indulged at that point.
I'm gonna have to. I don't like the way you talking about here. Like, Little Debbie got that much influence.
Since we're discussing names, I want you to try this ice cream right here.
What is that? Kill Wing? Oh, Kill Wins. Ooh. Open it so I can see it.
Does it have the authentic Oreo cookie?
Open it so I can see it. You're not just going off the ice cream.
My damn ice cream so you can see inside my ice cream. Now, that
He done already ate it.
That's an invasion of my damn privacy.
You know what? You the one offered the ice cream on the screen. You invaded your own privacy.
Showed you the outside of a container. I just want you to see.
You know what? I don't need you for this. I'll find it somewhere else.
This ice cream is off the chain in Jesus' name. Now, if I ever do come down with diabetes, I want y'all to sue the shit out of them because they are the reason why.
They are the reason.
I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. They have that cookies and cream, and they have another with chocolate chip cookie dough.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a cookie dough person.
Mm-hmm.
I like cookie dough.
But the chocolate chips are so big in the cookie dough, I'm willing to work around the cookie dough just to get to the chocolate chip ice cream. It is so good.
Oh, mercy.
How did you discover this ice cream that you are giving all the support to and they're giving us no money?
I mean, we need them as a sponsor. What is happening right now?
It does look good, though. I won't hold you.
Some damn good ice cream.
That's your favorite too, Mr. Noise. Cookie.
Where would I buy this cookies and where would I buy this ice cream at?
Well, the one we go to is in Plano, or the Colony.
Well, it's a franchise.
It's its own store.
Oh, I thought you were saying I could get it like at a grocery store or something.
I'm surprised the DFW folks that are on here, especially Chad, he should have known about it by now.
Oh well.
How you calling Chad out?
Hey.
Because every time I mention something, Chad knows about it up here in these here parts.
See, it's not just me.
Okay, it is you a lot of times.
You what, Mama Noise?
When I call names out, I get the business.
That's because you do it in the flow of disruption as opposed to in
Why
the
is
flow.
my stuff in the flow of disruption? He ain't
I don't know why it is in the flow of disruption.
It shouldn't be in the flow of disruption. He just said, I don't know why Chad didn't say nothing in the chat.
Because nobody was in the chat when he said it. That's why.
You know what? I'm starting to feel a way over here. You feeling you don't be advocating as much for the estrogen as much as you do for your testosterone.
Estrogen. Nobody talking. It ain't got nothing to do with no estrogen.
A little bit.
You know, you and I are gonna have a meeting after this.
Mm-hmm.
One-on-one, privately. We're gonna talk about this. Make sure the Zoom is closed.
I don't want to have no meeting with you.
You gotta make sure the Zoom is closed, though. I can't.
Anyway,
I can't be in those situations.
Extra.
Have y'all had any Zoom mistakes during any of your meetings, cuz?
Nope.
Nobody saying something?
What kind of mistake could I possibly have in a Zoom meeting?
Not you particularly. I'm just saying, like, people in the company or whatever. Like, has anybody, accidentally showed up in their drawers, or, you never know. People have had all kinds of stuff going on in these Zoom meetings. I've seen parents in the back when we was doing the homeschool stuff, and parents is talking reckless to the other kid, and they loud, and we like, come on, close your mic. We can hear you. Stop whooping that kid's ass like that. That's not. We can't. You're gonna get in jail. Stuff like that. Or somebody taking back shots.
I haven't noticed anything in my Zoom meetings, but
okay,
I don't really be paying attention to the Zoom meetings.
And there's that.
You don't be paying attention. You just like whatever.
Just wait for my name to be called.
They got nothing to do with me.
If they don't call my name, they can. As long as they got the attendance that I was there, that's all that matters.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When I was doing Zoom meetings at the beginning of the pandemic, that's kind of how I approached it as well. I was like, they're not talking to me. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
Facts. That was just some weird way of him to be able to say, "Oh, you were present. Attendance was taken."
And I never had my camera open.
Oh.
Y'all didn't need to see me like that.
For real. Some of the people that you thought you should be able to see with the camera open didn't have their camera open. You like, if the administrator ain't got their camera open, why do I need to have my camera open?
That's why I think old girl meant to get fired. Like she was like literally having sex. I think she meant to get fired. Like she was like, I think this was her way of giving the job the middle finger.
Did they ever show the man?
Yes, he popped on the screen.
He was behind her pushing her.
Yeah, well, he popped in the screen like he kind of sensed something was wrong, and he popped in the screen with his shirt off, like, uh-oh.
Wondering why she ain't giving it her best effort.
No, she was giving it her best effort.
No, I don't think she's giving her best effort.
What city was that?
Birmingham.
Alabama.
Yeah. Bam, bam, bam.
Today, really? Bama?
Yeah, Bama.
Alabama. I'm just saying, there is some, I've witnessed some peculiar situations.
Yeah. It happens. It happens. People have sex and get called on Zoom all the time. It's nothing.
But people don't normally record it so that somebody can put it on Twitter.
Well, listen, they knew a viral moment when they saw one.
It's like,
up, world star.
I mean, dang.
Is there any other stories that we haven't talked about today that we need to talk about that happened from over the weekend? We've covered pretty much everything. I'm rooting for the three boys that got put in prison.
What?
Killing their stepfather for allegedly having sex with their sister. There's a petition going around, 200,000 signatures so far. The two boys killed their stepfather and their friend. It was like three of them all total. They beat the stepfather to death for having sex with their sister.
Okay.
And they were like, nah, bro, you can't do that.
Wow. What is the petition?
Trying to get him out of jail.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. There is power in a petition. Because remember, a while back you told us a story about the Hispanic dude driving the 18-wheeler, and they was like life. And that petition rolled out and got those thousands upon thousands of signatures, and it changed the situation. You know, not to discredit the loss of lives that happened, but still.
The challenge that I'm having with it is they want to challenge. They haven't been tried yet. Now they have not been tried yet. I want to be clear. Number one, if they're convicted of a capital murder, which is what they're trying to be charged of, and aggravated assault, they could spend life imprisonment without parole. And the way Texas law is, it's a strong possibility. But they were just trying to protect their sister, 18. And they were just trying to protect their sister from a predator, a sexual predator. And so, yeah, they got together and figured out a way to do it. But I don't know, man. That's their sister.
Yeah. And bless their hearts that they had to come together trying to figure out. They couldn't just come to their mama and say, here's the situation, and know that their mama's going to take care of it. They had to try to take matters into their own hands.
Yeah. And then here's what makes it crazy for the mama to marry the dude. The mama married the dude, and the dude already had a prior arrest warrant for sexually abusing another child. So he had a history of this.
Wow.
So I don't have no problem with the kids. I may have to get on here and figure out a way to sign the petition myself, because I listen, that's their sister, man. What I mean, that's their sister.
I'm telling you.
I don't know, that the law is weird to me.
You know, I know this may be peculiar, but I'm a peculiar person, and you know, I'm an independent thinker. But anyway, when you said that, you made me think of, you know, I never saw this before until here recently, was Drew Hill had a song. I don't remember the name of the song, but they had a video, and the girl was in a relationship. The girl was Urkel's, I don't remember the girl's real name. The girl's Urkel's love interest on a
We got you. Let's move on.
Well, she was the love interest with Jazz from
we got you. Go ahead and finish your story.
And so the video just, you know, he was wondering why, you know, he was having problems in a relationship and what the deal was. And for the first time ever, I saw the video all the way to the end. That showed the reason why she was struggling and stuff was because she was being abused sexually by her father. I was like, wow. And until I saw the video in its totality, I was like, man, I've been listening to this song all this time. And why they would use this.
Which song was it?
This storyline.
Which song was this? I don't remember this one.
I know it was in a Drew Hill video.
What was the song?
I'll look up the song because
I remember her being in the video. Oh, you're talking about you know what, Mama Noise? I thought you were talking about the girl from the Saved by the Bell. No, that's another video.
Not that Lark chick.
Yeah. You're talking about the one that was dating Theo. Was dating Malcolm Jamal Warner. She was dating him in real life. I think they were like together forever.
But she didn't date Urkel in the TV show?
She dated him in the TV show, but she dated Malcolm Jamal Warner on the TV show and in real life. Like
okay.
Like a real couple. Wow. So the video was about her being abused by her father?
I was stunned. It was, you know, the video went all the way to
I remember that.
It was a barbecue in the backyard, and at first he was all excited about being, you know, he was sharing with his homeboys that she was pregnant, and like, you know, she pregnant, blah blah blah. and he was so proud. But she was like, the pregnancy wasn't what he thought, which was her being pregnant by him, but being pregnant by her father.
Was it Never Make a Promise? Or
I think it was that one.
I think it's Never Make a Promise. I feel
and usually you're listening to the words of it without seeing the video, and you're like, oh, that's my jam. But then you're saying, this is an odd way to bring attention to
but shout out to them for using their platform.
But I'm saying that just doesn't happen. And even the fact that I'm even bringing it up and people are saying, what video was that? Well,
I'm not sure why you brought it up actually, but
I brought it
context of what we were talking about.
I brought it up in the context of that Drew Hill brought attention to that type of situation where these young men are had to try to figure out what to do to save their sister. This dude was in a relationship with the girl and she was pregnant by her father. She was trying to get out of that house, come hook a crook.
Right. It's Never Make a Promise, by the way.
Okay, because Stefan's like, I'm finna do some homework now and figure out which video that is.
Yeah, no, it's Never Make a Promise is the name of the thing.
Because I'm gonna be full disclosure, I've never seen too many of the Drew Hill videos where Jazz has been the love interest. So, that's why I was like, what? And then you stay and watch the whole thing. Because most of the other videos, songs by them, you say, oh, I already know those videos. But that one, it stood out, bringing attention to that type of awareness.
So your point of bringing it up to bring a comparison to the two stories. That's what I'm clarifying it. I'm clarifying it, Mama Noise. Why are you nodding your head? I'm agreeing with what you're saying, and I'm clarifying it.
If you agreed, then why you got to clarify?
Because for the people in the back that might not understand.
Ain't no people in the back.
They may not have understood it. All right. Church announcements real quick. We got a busy week of shows. Tomorrow we're going to talk about how we save our schools. If you on Uncorked Wine, we showed an explosive video, or just a part of an explosive video that was really just kind of shocking. And so we'll get into the depth of that on tomorrow's show. So get there early so you won't be lost. Because we're not going to play the video more than once because it's really long. So that's tomorrow's show. And then Wednesday, we have on Women Wednesday, Patrice Moreau is coming back to talk about her as an actress and as a writer and as an author. She's going to come on and talk about her book that she wrote and why she wrote the book and just all the projects she got going on. So it's going to be fun. And then, of course, on Wednesday afternoon, we got, what a weekend for sports. It was crazy. It was really, really crazy. This is definitely not the Super Bowl we thought we were going to have, but this is the one we got, and it should be a good one. So we'll talk about all that on the 5. And then, of course, Thursday we got Believe in the ACC. So a jam-packed week, as always, here on Talkin NOIZ. And, again, shout out to our new sponsor, Masterworks, who is out here in these streets getting you connected with artwork. Like what Cuz has, Picasso's and Andy Warhol's and all that stuff. Not that Cuz has that in his house, but I'm saying I was talking about the artwork you got behind you right now. I'm not saying it's Andy Warhol-esque. I'm just saying you have artwork.
We do have a lot of artwork in our house. We have a lot of artwork.
I would have.
Not the picture behind me though. That's not art.
That doesn't count. Okay.
I can't remember that one that I seen. Which one of them shows was it that Jasmine went to? The art expo. Jasmine went to see which one was it?
I don't know.
Jay. That was the one I wanted to see. It travels around from. It's a traveling expo.
What was the crazy artist that cut off his ear or something.
Van Gogh?
Yes, that's what it was. It was the Van Gogh Expo. It's one of a kind, and it travels not to all cities, but just a few cities around the U.S.
Van Gogh exhibit. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I think it's the one with the guy who's, going like that.
He's called a screamer, right?
I think you're right.
That's
the one.
name of the artwork.
What's the name of your new sponsor?
Masterworks.
Okay.
Masterworks. And if you just go to masterworks.art, you can
/believe.
Well, when you get ready to buy something, you go to /believe. But
okay.
Right now, you just go to masterworks .art.
Okay.
Is it called The Screamer? What is it called? Yeah, The Screamer. That's the guy's name.
I love it. That is a beautiful piece of art. I wouldn't mind having, in the hood, you could go and go to the corner man, and you will find the duplicates in a nice frame. Yeah, I don't have to have the original. Just put the duplicate in a nice frame.
Well, you ain't getting the original. Not right now. That's $120 million.
Well, that's why I said. I'm okay with the
we ain't there yet. We working our way to it. Now, one day I might get that money or get that weight up and be like, hey, let me only get this original for you.
Oh, I don't need the original. Because then that means folks be trying to break in your house just trying to get the original.
You ain't got to tell nobody you bought it. You ain't got to shout and talk about it. Just go buy it.
If you're worried about folks breaking into your house to steal your shit, then you probably need to move.
I'm just, wait a minute. They break into people's houses because no matter where they live at.
I am not going to not buy what I like because I fear someone's going to break in my house and steal it. I'm not
going to put a $100 million piece of artwork on my wall in my house.
Well, you have no business with $100,000 piece of artwork in your
$100 million.
house. You have no business with that unless you can't have a $50,000 house and $100,000 piece of artwork. That don't make sense.
People do it all the time, Jay. I know guys that yes, they do. I knew a guy that had a $45,000 Mercedes. Lexus truck at the time, or maybe it was a $60,000 Lexus truck, and he lived with his sister in a 2-room apartment.
No, I'm talking about artwork. I ain't talking about riding around showboating in a car.
The mindset is still the same.
Yeah, I was gonna say hood stuff is hood stuff.
No, we generally don't make investments inside of our house. We make investments on the outside so people can see. Come on now.
But either way, if the house is only $50,000, but you got this exorbitantly expensive piece of art on the inside, well, at least I can look at it.
You don't do that.
I don't know, Jay. We do real hoodie stuff.
And by the way, art is actually an investment. A car is not.
It is. It absolutely is.
You're right, it's an investment. That's why they put it in a museum.
Well, you don't.
And they still break in the museum and steal the art.
You've been watching too many TV shows.
I've seen the Art Heist documentary.
Do you like art, Mama Noise?
I do like some good art.
I do too.
I love going to the museum. My mom used to take us there.
You like landscape, or you like what is it called when you can't tell what it is?
Abstract.
Abstract. Jesus, I'm slow. Yeah, which kind do you like?
I like both.
Okay.
Well, check out masterworks.art and you can see. Maybe I'll get some for our anniversary or something. I don't know.
It is March the 6th.
What's your anniversary? March 6th?
Mm-hmm.
23 years.
I have a birthday this week too.
This week?
Yep.
Wow.
But unlike you, Mama Noise, I don't think so highly of myself that I celebrated for a whole month.
Oh,
wow. God, shame on you. I'm not going to change my mindset because that's what you don't think. Go ahead and sweep it under the carpet. Well, it was yesterday. No big deal. All right.
When is your birthday?
It's no big deal. It's this week though. It's no big deal.
Well, what day is it?
I already told my wife
I
what
want it.
what I want.
You want to go on a Zoom meeting and see what happens?
To give me a gift for my birthday is the wrong thing to do for me. Because I believe in my mind that all that I have is more than enough. God's been good to me. So don't come up in here with no gift as if I need something else. I don't need anything else. I got more than enough.
So when is the birthday?
God has blessed me with a wonderful.
Why are you not
Oh
telling
my
me?
gosh, we know.
So they can see.
With a loving daughter who
Oh.
adores her daddy.
Lloyd, go ahead and give him a single screen because he's just ranting right now.
Pastor, when is the birthday?
Because of that. Something else materialistic just won't do it for me. I don't need it.
Thank you.
You know, that used to irritate me about my dad when I was a kid. We would buy my dad his stuff for Christmas and his birthday. He never wanted it. He would never use it. Man, he would use colorful words. Man, I don't want that shit.
That was awful colorful.
Really, truthfully, he was content with what he had already. And that's really where I am as an adult.
When is the birthday?
So my wife knows she has an obligation to put out.
See,
that's vital.
You know, she gonna put on the birthday suit.
Other than that, I'm G.
This guy is like 007. When is the birthday?
That don't matter. It really don't matter. Seriously.
Lloyd, we need to pick a day this week and designate a day Jay's birthday since he won't tell us.
I'm turning a blessed 53. Listen, the cousin that I went to bury went to the funeral. I didn't bury nobody. The cousin whose funeral that I went to was 44 years old. And for me to live 44 years old, and for me to live to be 53 years old, I'm grateful.
Are you trying to shut it down after this, though?
Anything anybody else wants to give me, it's just not necessary. I've told all the friends that know today, don't come to my house with no bullshit. I don't want anything.
So nothing cheap.
I don't want anything.
You said don't come to it
with anything.
There's a lot of aggressive energy that you bring into this situation.
Sounds like it.
Well, some people just, you got to give them things for them to feel valued. I'm already valued. I'm good. Don't get me.
Okay.
Well, I tell you what. Friday is Cuz Noise Day, and
that's right. We'll just
not giving you nothing. We're not giving you nothing. Okay.
Okay.
You've
made yourself clear.
If you do something like that, there's a good chance I won't be on the show.
You know what?
Are you boycotting something that's okay? So we're not going.
I'm not gonna celebrate it. No.
How about you said your life is not your own, that you're here to serve others?
My wife knows my tombstone.
What, the tombstone? Ain't nobody talking about the tombstone.
My wife knows my tombstone. I don't want my name on my tombstone.
Oh no! Come on.
What do you want on it?
I don't want my name. I don't want the day I was born, the day the sun rose, and then the day the sun set. I don't want all that shit on my headstone.
So what do you want on
it? Please don't put on my headstone. He's resting in the arms of God.
Oh my goodness. This is quite a presentation for somebody
Indeed.
who don't want all the theatrics. This is somewhat theatrical.
Don't put that shit on my headstone.
I mean, this can't get much more.
Don't say he's not here.
All I want on my headstone is "Here lies a good man."
Oh, okay.
And
We'll be
loved
sure to be able to find that one.
and loved his wife and loved his child. That's all that matters. Don't matter who can find it. Whoever walks up on it, they're gonna look. Cause see, I'm a graveyard visitor. They're gonna look and see.
You have made that abundant.
So how will somebody who's looking for the famous Cuz Noise find it?
See that? I don't matter.
He don't want to be famous.
Their lives a good man.
But what if there's somebody that has the same propensity as you do to find grave sites of people they admire? They can't find it because you got some more nonsense on it.
All that mattered was that he was a good man. His resting in the arms of the Almighty and in eternal peace.
So they just supposed to run around the gravesite looking for something that says he was a good man? That's
You don't know who he is.
If you don't know where I was buried, when I was buried, it probably don't matter if you find it or not.
No.
But you don't know how many people you're influencing, Jay. You don't know.
You know, I get what you're saying, but the name doesn't influence. It's just the fact that he was a good man. That's all.
But the good manness of it all, they may want to celebrate it. They may want to drop flowers or maybe even do a Zoom call right there from the gravesite.
Did you read the chat? Am I in the chat too fast?
You're always in the chat too fast. You and Mama Noise are obsessed with it. Y'all can't help it.
My brother Stefan agrees.
I already put that on the screen. You don't pay attention to it.
Don't come here with them gifts that I don't. If I want it, I'll buy it myself. I don't want it.
Boy, I tell you, it's rough in these streets.
Honestly, my wife does not buy me gifts. My daughter's hard-headed about it. She's determined to do it, but I control her purse strings, so she can't do too much.
She might surprise you this year. She may have been stacking money to the ceiling, like, aha, surprise, ninja.
I know what she got in my account. I know. She
all right.
She ain't going too far past Walmart.
You know what? Your judgmental nature is just uncomfortable. I have to say, just uncomfortable. Just uncomfortable.
February 2nd is my birthday. I will be 53 years old.
53 on February the 2nd. Hallelujah. Well, I'm not celebrating nothing on that day because we already got a special guest.
There
you go.
and even at 53, it still rises up.
Still gets up, yeah. But not for long though, right? Like it's like double dutch. You gotta get in there quick.
Nope.
That's where longevity doesn't matter. What we don't want is no eternal harm.
Okay, Zara, go ahead and log off, honey.
We gotta go. We gotta go on that note. This guy, goodness gracious. Okay. It's been fun as always. I hope you guys enjoyed in case you missed the money. Some interesting things happened. Can't wait to see y'all tomorrow and we do it all over again. It's gonna be a lively discussion tomorrow. Tell some friends that you know about this one. We're gonna have a good discussion about schools. Schools are interesting right now, and I think we're in maybe the most dangerous place we've ever been in with schools. So we'll dive into it, talk about it all, and do it all right here on February the 1st. Is tomorrow Groundhog Day, or is it the next day is Groundhog Day, or the next Tuesday? How does it work? Is the first Tuesday of February? How does it work?
Wednesday, 2nd February.
It's always the 2nd, no matter what. I thought it was always the first Tuesday of the February.
See, he knows that because it's his birthday.
He was always wrong.
So it's February 2nd, no matter what.
Correct.
Did you have groundhogs in Mississippi? Did you use them to tell the weather?
The answer to your question is no, we did not.
I wonder why.
Something's wrong with both of y'all today. Y'all have brought some great energy to the show today. It's very
That's
weird.
a northern thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it.
Both of y'all just it's been a day with y'all today. Y'all, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Whew, these two.
We're talking noise.